Hello everyone, welcome to Friday Night's Live at the Bench Show. We're back again. It's VE Day, very, very special day. Everybody's had a good day. Stayed safe, stayed at home, and everyone is feeling healthy and good. As always, we're back with our normal show. We've got Dan, who'll be looking at your work on the Facebook page and the forum. I'll be doing questions for the crew. Tim will be doing where everyone's been buying. We've got a little bit of a slideshow as well in dedication of VE Day 2. And we've got our normal giveaways as well. In Dan's section, favourite build of the week with a £10 UMP gift voucher. And we've got a £20 UMP gift voucher to give away randomly through the night for our random number generator. It's that easy and it's that simple. We've also got Andy with us, whose birthday is on...
the 14th.
Next Thursday, is it? Next Thursday, Andy's 75.
Oh.
Andy's going to have the birthday song crooned at him as well. Tonight we've got Norm, we've got Dan, we've got Tim, we've got Luke, we've got Al, we've got Andy, we've got Sam, and we got me as well. Hope everyone's had a good week, or as good as it can be.
Yeah.
I get every bit of moaning. And yeah, so that's it. As always, got any comments? You want to say hello? Pop it in the chat. You got any questions? Put a question mark in front of it and try and get it through the night. If you do miss your question, pop it back in. And we'll have a look. I see Tim's changed his hair. Turned into a little girl. More of a little girl than he normally is. Hello, Emily.
Hi.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hello. I thought we should have her on. More interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, everyone's staying safe, staying at home, staying well, feeling healthy. Yes. And yes, everyone, yes, the birthday song, we've got to sing it, unfortunately. It's just edition, it needs doing. It's also John Sharp's birthday yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yes,
John.
But sadly, John's working, so yeah, not much we can do about that. So, yes. Let's have a read of some of these comments before Tim gets back. Tim said he's here. Where's the rest of everyone? Harry Marwick says good evening to you, sprue lurkers. Brian Milner says evening. Luke's in there being religious, saying God evening, people. Pressuring us into that religious hype, Luke.
I've seen the light.
Yeah. the light at the back of the fridge when you're grabbing another beer. Ryan says I think someone is Dan Metz says hello all. Anne Foster says hello, everyone has a great week. Shut up, Tim. Mike Tynes says even y'all. Norman's granddaughter.
Yeah.
Al saying good evening. Peter Ritchie saying evening from the north. I'll put my glasses on because everything's gone blurry. Steve says hello all plastic fanatics from Southport and even support the Sprue Crew. Norman's there saying hello. Sean White says evening folks. Hey Mika says good evening all. Claire saying hello. Oh, Tim's got glasses as well.
Yeah, I thought I'd dig them out.
Oh.
I don't think actually. Oh, and my prescription ones are in the car. That doesn't help. They're just for reading. What really wasn't helping then.
I was going to say it makes you look intelligent, Tim. But...
Hold back there, Luke. Hold back. Okay.
Morning, John.
Hi, gang. Happy V-Day. Hats off those who made the ultimate sacrifice and to those for freedom. Indeed. Tam McMillan says, evening all. Patrick McGee says, good evening, everyone. John Matoli says, there we go. Afternoon from a rainy day in the capital of the USA. Darryl Masters says, evening all, everyone as well. Bless the poor neighbour across the road. Made a handmade banner for the hanging out the window. She took it in now, but it said VD at 6 p.m. Tim. Right. Ian Dalboy says, evening everyone. Hope you're all well. Yeah, I hope you're well, Ian.
Hey.
Matt 58 said, "What's up, everyone? Everyone's doing well." Rob Whiteaway saying, "Hello. Hope everyone is good and well." Yeah, Brian, but the birthday song. Sorry, Brian. 100% Bob says, "Sup all." Matt D said, "We're up from the sunny space coast of Florida." David Ball says, "Good evening." Dan Kemp says, "Good evening, Hull. Hope everyone is well." Ben White, that's a new name.
Yeah, it's helpful.
David Grove says, "Good evening, all." Daryl says, "Whack your headphones on." Hearing defenders probably better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Andy Callis is there saying, "Hi, gang. Hope everyone is well." Model in the shed, that was Sean, says, "Evening, all." Matt saying, "Hello, everyone." Matchbox Revival says, "Hi from Toronto." Hello.
Hey.
Tony Okiakuso. Right. Says, "Good evening, everyone."
Okay, Nipples.
Tony.
Jeff Light says, "Good evening, everyone. How are we all?" Not bad, Jeff. If you're keeping well. Mark Coombs says, "Good evening, everyone." Guy says, "Hello, chap and chaplets. Everyone is good."
Okay.
Yes, Jim says, "Happy all. Hi all. Sorry, happy birthday, early Andy." Luke Ward says, "Hi guys, first time here." Hello, Luke. Welcome aboard.
Hey. Hello, Luke.
Diesel says, "Evening all." Yari T says, "Hi all." And Lee Barler says, "Hi all. Hope you're all well." Indeed, I am read to there. And that is that.
You read that far too well.
I do. I mean, I'm too good at reading stuff.
Yep, far too well.
There you go.
You can get anyone's name wrong.
No, and I was just saying, Luke's been here for ages. He's been here half hour. No, actually, not even that.
What?
Luke's been here ages.
What?
Who? Where?
Even down there.
You had a knock on the head.
I can't remember it.
Okay. Right. Anyway, it's Andy's birthday next week. He's joined us. Yes, sorry, Andy. He's joined us today to open his gift with us because Andy's part of our birthday club where we all pull together and buy each other a birthday gift on our birthdays. Quite ironic, isn't it, really? And he's here tonight to open his gift with us. So, happy early birthday, Andy.
Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I completely forgot what we bought.
Let me sing.
No,
So, it's a surprise for me as well.
Happy birthday, you help me sing. Come on, you're good at singing. You're better than them lot.
you sang for me.
Because we're
It won't be the birthday song if you don't help.
yeah.
Nearly every week.
Because we're so far ahead.
Every week, quite right.
Yeah, because we're so far ahead of the birthdays, I always forget what we bought. Always do.
Yep.
Right. We ready then?
Yeah.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Happy birthday. Hey!
God, my glass didn't.
Perfect.
That was a treat. That was
Put a light on the ears, that is.
One of the best ever. Oh, all right.
Oh.
See here.
We've got to thank Jim for helping sort this one out for us.
Oh, I remember now.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do now.
I can hear it.
Put your fingers.
See if I can do this without cutting myself.
Someone's something playing in the background somewhere.
Hey?
There's something playing in the background.
You might be picking up a bit of Mrs. TV close the door or whatever.
I can't actually hear it. It's just being back in touch. Oh, it's got white paper. Look at that. Get it.
Phone box.
Oh, I always wanted some white paper.
A cardboard face as
Yeah, the
well.
cardboard's
Yeah.
in the house. Anything.
Oh my
You can't see a thing.
Okay, let's do this. Guys, you are the best.
I know.
Oh.
It's good.
Oh.
very nice.
We knew you were them ones.
Yeah, we knew you're a bit of a fucker, so we got
Oh yeah, I'm a bit of a fucker. That's true. Yeah. No, these are unbelievable.
What have you got?
I can't tell you how excited I am.
Oh, you can, you can tell us.
Cool.
You know, with everything.
What planes are they?
We've got the Fokker D7F, Hermann Goering's.
Hermann Goering.
Cool.
German.
That's so cool. I have wanted one of these. But I can't tell you how long. And then the see if I can do this without it falling over. Then we've got the limited edition Albatross.
Oh, nice.
This is the Flying Circus edition. There's all kinds of really, really cool schemes in here. And the Albatross is another one of my favorites too.
Well, enjoy them. Happy birthday for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
And we hope you have fun building them at some point.
Yeah, happy birthday, Andy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.
Mate, you
Yeah. You can sell them for 3 times the price now.
Yeah.
Gold now.
Wow. Just so cool.
Yeah, we got them just in time, really, didn't we?
Yeah. We literally picked them before they went. I was very lucky.
Yeah, they're going for super prices now. Absolutely insane prices. Oh, these are so cool. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome, mate. Thank you for being a part of our hangouts and part of the gang.
Oh,
And joining us tonight, mate, as well.
yeah.
We need a speech now. I'd like to thank God.
Speech.
Like to
Joking, Andy, you don't need
thank ISM and
Thank Jesus. In love. Next door neighbour.
there isn't a better group of guys.
Wow.
There really is.
He's in the right group here.
debatable.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think he's.
Excellent. Well, hope you enjoy them.
Oh, gonna love them. Thanks, guys.
Who's next then, Norm?
We've got next month. We've got Antonio and we've got Al.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, Mr. McLean.
Just, Nick Nish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We did actually say it's actually Mr. Sharpay's birthday today, but he's not
Yesterday, wasn't it?
I've already said this, Tim. We've been over this. just repeating yourself now. Because you went to get a drink as I was talking, or whatever I don't know where you went actually. But,
I didn't go get any drink. No.
Okay, well, thank you very much for reiterating it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Avoids any confusion.
I'll catch up on the chat and do something useful.
Yeah, read it all again.
Yeah, I'm gonna reboot Tim quickly, chaps. Okay.
Okay, mate.
Okay,
So, from the start.
Yeah, go on. Knock yourself out. From the start.
Catching up. Drew one saying hi everyone. Everyone saying happy birthday to Andy. Dan Edmonds, good evening all and happy birthday, Andy.
Good evening.
Daryl says wash your hands. On your hands, on your face. Great singing, Louise said. Thank you. Matchbox saying you guys all have a great setups, benches. I have a piece of plywood on the dining room table. Yeah. We all start somewhere, and we all in space.
Probably still turn out better kits than me.
Southwest Muslim, Mr. Chunk. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Chunk.
Happy birthday, guys. Happy. I'm trying not to swear. Friday bank holiday. Angie say hello and happy birthday. John Stone, greetings, played to the classic. Hope you all enjoyed the VE day. Have a great show. You model on. Sprugu saying, Daryl, whilst I went to the shop at some. Oh, sorry, he's talking to somebody else. Yes, it must have got months ago. No, we were literally lucky enough to get them just before it all went really stupid.
Yeah,
we were very, very lucky about. And yeah, thank you, Jim, for helping it out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice man.
I've got all Sprugler saying got 8 bottles. I'm not sure what of.
What's the comment?
Maria Brown saying, "Ho guys, checking in from Tenerife."
Oh,
Nice.
Mark Ward, hi guys.
Hello.
Bar open Monday, hippies. Ooh, all the very best. Andy from John Stone. James there, model officer. Evening all.
Even James.
Yeah,
hello.
everyone's saying happy birthday, so we're all caught up at the moment.
Excellent, Tim.
Done.
How many views have we got? Let's have a look. 86. Will I build before the birthday? 2 views first. What do you reckon, Tim?
What? Didn't do it. What? Oh.
2 views first.
What are we going to do first? Oh, should we do some questions?
Yeah. Should we do questions for the crew?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You want to do questions for the crew?
Emily's very happy about Q&A.
Oh, excellent.
What's all there is? You going to try and help us answer the questions?
No.
Oh, fair enough.
She's an award winner.
Have you got any questions?
Nice, Sam.
You got any questions? No. Have you got any questions? No. Okay, go on then.
Right,
Tim,
okay,
you're
right.
in the TikTok what?
Tim, you're in a TikTok. No. Nice to know. I didn't. Did you put me on TikTok and I
No.
didn't know anything about this?
No.
I bet you have. Maybe you're secretly recording me while I'm sleeping.
No, I'll show you my account.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
Okay, chaps. First question's from Scott Shorey. And he's saying, any good recommendations for a base coloured primer for World War I German artillery? Panzer Grey seems way too dark for me. Camo will likely be some mix of forest green, earth, red, brown, and light ochre. Just looking for a good all-round base primer from which to start.
I'd start with probably grey or black, really.
Yeah, go light grey. If dark grey's too dark, go light grey.
Just line up, put a bit of white in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's about it, really, isn't it? Red oxide, but it's different now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of different shade now, isn't it?
So this is an artillery piece.
I think so, yeah.
I'd kind of like to go, if it was me, with the black. Just you've got all the nooks and crannies with an artillery piece. You can get a little bit of contrast going.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a pic there
Could do.
below, but obviously it's black and white, so it's not really much help unless you can get a colorized one.
It's the
So if you were to use the rust-colored one, you say the shades changed now. Would you
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that at all?
It's not the one now isn't like the red oxide, is it? It's a lot.
This
Well,
It's
The
almost
Steiner Res,
yeah.
yeah, it's brown.
Yeah, it's almost like a flat earth brown now.
All right.
that's the original red oxide. It's like an orangey sort of a color,
Yeah.
orangey brown. The new color's basically a brown.
Wow. Oh well, not to worry.
Aye.
Yeah, you could go, like I say, grey and lighter grey, add a bit of white to it, and go from there. Maybe shadow in some black in between dark, like areas, deep areas, and shadow in with a bit of black primer over the top, and just see what happens.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Second question is from Dan Croak. He's saying, what's a good source for AMT car models in the UK?
A bin. E-models have got a few. There's a few on Amazon UK.
Yeah, they're hard to get hold of.
They are hard. There's not many places to sell them.
No.
And if not, I just Google. But I know E-models has got some.
Yeah,
I think
they're ridiculously expensive. They're like 40.
they're not worth the money at all.
50 quid. No,
to say that.
Look for an alternative if you can, is my advice.
I think you're better off ordering. Try and find a company in the States which does reasonable postage. Postage from the Americas to England at the moment, it's really expensive. It's been going up, so it's not a cheap way of doing it. But if you buy enough at the same time to cover the postage and then get caught in import, and you don't have to pay too much in one go, it's probably the best way. They are expensive right now. Where in America they're cheap as.
Yeah.
Probably the same way around. If you're looking to try and buy Airfix in the States, you're probably going to find that a bit more tricky and maybe slightly expensive.
It is.
Yeah, so
I would definitely look for an alternative. I wasn't joking, Sean, the bin. Definitely. I guess the person put me onto those AMT kits.
Yeah. Is that the over-the-shoulder one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was to put me onto them.
Yeah. Guilty.
It was Tony, wasn't it?
I forgive you, Andy.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question is from Claire Smith. What's the best type of paint to tint clear parts like the windows, or for the best finish? Is it acrylic, enamel, or lacquer? Airbrush from the inside, or discuss?
If
I
I was going to do it now, I'd go for Tamiya lacquer. Or if it's like red, orange, normal colours, I'd go Tamiya lacquer. If it was needing smoking, I'd either go Alcalad smoke. Does AK Extreme do one?
I don't know.
Can't remember.
Don't think.
But I'd probably go lacquer over enamel anyway, to be honest.
I think AK Real Colours do some clears.
Oh, the reels, right.
Yeah, some of the reels they do have some clears.
Yeah, I'd go Tamiya if you could. And if not, Alcalad. The colours like... Yeah, that's what I go for. I'd definitely go lacquer.
Okay. And spraying from the inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And spray all the windows. If you're going to tint all the windows, have them all in the same sort of very close proximity. So when you spray them, you're going to get the same coverage.
Very light coat as well. It's very broad.
Yeah. I think most cars don't run around with completely black windows. They only have a very light tint on them. So think that through.
Yeah, I seem to remember when I tinted the Sea King windows, I sprayed them and basically left them a few minutes to see if it would darken up any.
Yeah.
And then just built up the layers after that.
That's the trick.
But, yep. Good show. And that's all the questions, although I'm next to sure I put one in there.
Did you?
We'll have a look at that later, Al.
Well, yeah.
We'll have a look at that later. I think you've had a bit of a senior moment with that one.
All right.
Me and Tim know where it is. Yeah. Well,
Okay,
we'll find it later on, don't worry. Me and Tim were laughing at the chest there. Like, don't tell them. We'll surprise them with that one later.
Oh, okay, dyslexia.
So we'll answer your question later. David Wright in the chat says, what's the best paint to do leather interior and cream? Any, really, mate. There's no best paint for it. Heraboy does a range of colours, but all the ones I've had look nothing like the colour on the bottle. I even had a new bottle sent out, and it's exactly the same. Absolutely nothing like it should have at all. Beige just looked buff. So just pick your paint, mate. If it's white, on the what the hell did I build? The Chevelle. I think I used a racing white from Tam.
Yeah, I would say that's
it's never pure white. Is it?
No, never are. The only cars out there that have pure white leather are the new Tesla, and they have proper pure white interiors. They're very strange. It looks very odd. They're very, very white. So when you're buying leathers, I buy leathers through our work for when we're doing cars. They have books and books and books of shades of leather, so you can trim your car in whatever colour you want. So don't get too hung up on which one you want. If it's the right colour for it, you can pick any shade you want for a leather in your interior. So
Yeah,
how you want it.
just looking at paint bottle, but yeah, Tamiya LP39 is a very nice colour. If you watch my Chevelle build, that's what I used on it.
Yeah, if it's American, they did like doing their white interiors, didn't they? They have like white leather, especially Mustangs, white and red leather. There's another question up there from Brian Windmill. It asks questions: what's a good craft knife?
Tamiya design knife and
The craft knife and
design knife. Can't get them in the UK properly, really.
the craft one has the little notch in it, so it doesn't roll around your bench.
Yeah, basically it's smaller and larger blades. Both of them are handy to have, in my opinion.
I do have the Swan and Nelsons as well, but they are my Tamiya's are
I'm
always.
not keen on this one, Morton. Never have been. At all. I don't want to scalp or take the finger off. There's Exactos. If you can get Alpha as well, which is people who make the Tamiya knives by the company Alpha. You can get them. Yeah, sadly they're not officially imported, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, I wonder why that is, because they're not easy to get hold of, are they?
Really random some of the stuff you can't get in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, a knife, I don't get that. You can get the razor saw comes with a knife handle. That's the other way around it, Brian. Buy the razor saw we stock and I buy the blades for them. Pretty sure it's the same handle.
And you can't get the Tamiya putty for some reason. The grey.
That'll be the label on those. Is that it?
I think there was another one in the chat there that just popped up.
Oh, it's a question for Tim, probably.
All right, yeah, it's from Volt 20. What's the best material to use rigging up wings kits?
Well, you got
Oh yeah.
you got the Easy line and you got Ushi's rigging line as well. They're both pretty good. Easy line have loads of different variations of color and thickness. So if you're after a specific type of color, like a blue one, like on the Salversons, then you can go through them. But other than that, either or, both as good as each other. You can use elastic thread that you use for stitching, for a stitching machine.
It's big and it's not round either. It's elongated.
Oh, right, yeah.
What about
anyway.
ultrafine fishing line?
Doesn't have much give in it. You got to be
I've seen people use stretch sprue.
Yeah.
Oh, you want that bit of elasticity because it takes up the slack then.
You can cut it shorter, and then you can stretch it down to the point that it keeps it taut and doesn't.
You've only got to cut it like a centimetre short.
Oh, not even that. Just
Slight elasticity.
It's great fun until you sticks to something you don't want it to.
Oh yeah, it's great for you get one end on perfect and try and get the other end on sitting there all day. Yeah, it's got it. Twang.
Yeah, and the problem is
a little dab of Seagull on the end of it hits your canopy. Oh, thanks for that.
And usually, as soon as it's perfectly straight. As soon as you put the CA-glue, it starts to curl round. If you're not quick, you've got to put it on and stick it. Because if you let it start drying, it will curl. And then the stuff you got to start again pretty much.
Yep.
Look.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you got some comments to catch up on. Can you want to read them?
Yes, I'll go through. David, right, evening all. Seems to be late to the party again. I'll get my head around these early starts one day. Okay, cool.
Somebody got a fan on or something?
What?
Yep.
I've got a small Emily.
Something I can hear something in the background, but it's not away. There it is.
Yeah.
But it's Dan. It's Dan.
It is what?
What does it sound like?
Dan.
Like a fan or.
You got your printer going, have you done?
It could be my printer, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Eric Graham saying evening all. Totally scale model Steve. Hello everyone. Oh, you're a bit better after your hospital run the other day, Steve.
Yeah.
Run.
Hey?
Run.
Well,
I think he walked, Tim.
hop to the hospital.
Hobble.
Daniel Croak, good evening all. Hope you're all are well. RDH 1970, hi all.
So, tell you what, we haven't seen Steve in a hangout for a long time.
No, we have not. No. Brian Moran says, does she have a mute button? I have looked, but I haven't found it yet. Jamie Garving, hello everyone. Hello, Jamie.
Oh, Jamie.
Hello, mate.
You do have a mute button.
Nice.
Right,
I think Jim's a bit further back.
hey?
It's called chocolate, Tim.
It's all right.
Joseph Ketchell, A up. No rock stands tonight. No rock stands here.
Gone for a drink, I think.
Rockstan is down when he's got his funny lights on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What would you like today, Tim?
Just why cone green? Oh, is it mint? There you go. Okay, sorry. The bin harsh. Question: what do they half night? Yeah, evening all. Sam Wakefield, evening all. Jason's there. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
John Howe, good evening, everyone. Thanks from Brian and Claire. XB James, hey Jason. Oh, he's not saying hello to us.
Oh,
Clarky, good evening, all. Happy Friday. Spruglu, happy VE Day.
what's so happy about it?
Benny and the Jets, hello, modelling mates. Great day to build.
Hello, Dave. Hello, mate.
Willie Max there. Hi to one and all. So sorry I'm late. One sends 10,000 upalogies to you all.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Modeler in the shed wins and looting, saying him.
Anyone
Thanks to the advice. Yes, that's all up to. Rob B. Hi, all. Stay safe, gents.
hello, Rob.
Oh, you got me an ice cream. Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Can you get you on then?
Why can't I see Rob's? Oh, it's down bottom there, that's right.
Yeah, right. Just pops up.
There you go.
Go and get one, please.
Andy's opening the box.
Oh, I've seen that.
That's devalued.
That's 20 quid off.
Need a tissue, Andy?
I know. Like my holy grail.
Is he crying?
Kids.
Oh, no, that's something else, mate.
Oh.
Oh.
Excellent. So what's everybody working on tonight?
Good point, Al. Forgot to do that, didn't I? Well, I'm going to talk about me because it's my favourite subject.
You're really good on that subject.
At least I'm honest. I'm working on my border models Leopard, which was going great until I got to the turret. And I'll say the kit's okay. It's a bit disappointing compared to the review I did, where it looked really, really promising.
Oh.
It's going together okay.
I'm doing the
What's
show.
really pissing me off is the instructions, because these have heard me swearing at it today. The instructions are very Dragon-esque, as in, I can't swear, but they're fucking shit. Oh my god, shit's appearing. Parts aren't numbered. It told me to put on the wrong part earlier, which confused the life out of me. I had to get them off. And yeah, it needs tweaking a little bit. It's a new company. This kit's not that old. The parts are very well molded. There's seams and everything, which you do get. It just seems like there's masses of cleanup. And as I said the other day, I don't think it's a subject. I think it's the kit. It's nowhere near as fun to build as that T72 was. I couldn't put that down. I've been building this now for about a week?
Yeah.
I built a 272 with 400 more parts in 4 days.
Yeah.
I've even done the tracks on this yet. So it's a good kit. We're a little bit disappointed in places. Now, I think we're going to possibly start stocking them at UMP. So I'm interested in the Panzer IV. Now, the thing is, I'm going to waffle on for ages here, so get a cup of tea. I think the only other offerings you've got are Hobby Boss and Tamiya.
Yep.
So Tamiya kit's probably going to be good, but it's an older kit, isn't it?
Yes, the older.
Quite a bit older. Hobby Boss, I'm going to hedge my bets and say it's not the best on that one. So, from what I've read, and I've seen multiple reviews saying this is the best out of all of them, I think if you take your time, I think it's just frustrated me after that main kit, which was fantastic to build.
Yeah.
It's just frustrated. It really pissed me off today. To the point I just got up and left earlier. I've had enough. So yeah, that's me. On to you, lot.
Well, building that.
Oh, yeah, let me put the camera on you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're actually building at the minute, is it?
Hey?
Is that what you're actually building?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the box of it yet.
That's cool.
Well, I was chatting to the guys earlier. I don't really want to do a generic turret on it, which is that one there. It's possibly, everyone's going to build a kit. So what I might decide, and I think the guys have already made up their mind for me, I'll just put this together over here, is I've got a spare turret from a T-55.
Okay.
Far better looking.
I'll take that off. So with a T-55 turret on it, it changes it completely.
Mm.
It looks more sleeker, more
Far better
new.
now.
I was just thinking that another type would look quite good on there. Would be the early Pershing with the massive gun on it.
Yeah.
That would be quite good one as well.
I think you should put a P-51 cockpit on the top.
So I might actually try with the idea of putting this spare turret on there and changing it completely. Just make it like, say, an M7. What if they redesigned it and that's the turret to come up with? So
Good plan.
the suspension on it, which is dragging, and it's yeah, that's me.
Excellent. Who's next? We'll go in order on my screen. Let's have a look. Al.
Yeah, I'm on the EA6B Prowler at the moment, and I'm currently it's hiding behind all this filler. So I'm faffing about with that.
Lots of it is Al.
It doesn't go together very well.
There's
No.
more filler than man.
Yeah, well, there's quite a lot on there, but then again, you can always take it off, you know.
Flame Force are just waiting for that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just waiting for it. I'm just about ready there.
Nice one, Al.
Sam.
Best. It's B-Max Shima Corona. Terrible pun, like, but you know what I mean. Toyota Corona.
Don't mention this
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which the decals are absolute shit. Seriously, that's the only way to put it. As soon as you put it into water, well, the split.
Wow.
But I've saved a good few of them, so it's coming on. It's not finished yet. They're so we're swearing at it, and it'll be ready.
How's the bag of Haribo go?
But it was they're all right. It was what do you call it? Shelf of Doom kit that I started ages ago, and I got brined off it, and I just boxed it. So, we'll wait and see.
Okay.
See what happens.
Good.
Hang on, give me a minute.
That's what's up.
My hair okay?
He's combing over.
Yeah, he's parting down the middle, mate.
Mr. Callis.
Well, I am. Tony, don't say anything. I'm ready for paint on my Zero, so I think tonight I am going to work on this little beast.
Ooh,
Like that. Yeah.
So,
Nice. Lovely.
All right.
Yeah, the 48 for the 35th.
What, 35th?
35th, man.
yeah, 35th. It's the 35th Easy 8. Still, I think it's a new kit from them, or at least
2016, and I only know because I was supposed to get one the last time we ordered, and Lee forgot to order it me.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'll get that on my next.
So I'm going to do this.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be an easy build, that one, mate.
That's what I was kind of looking
Luke.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm working on the Trumpeter AS90. So we are into paint now.
Cool.
So doing it in the Optelic, which is the second Gulf War campaign, shall we say. So the turret's all done as well. It's all in bits at the moment because obviously it's got a heavy barrel. I've got the resin covers on the end of the barrel. So until I'm ready to kind of glue it all together. Still in bits. We've also got all the resin and PE aftermarket stuff from Black Dog as well. So that's what I'm doing.
Superb.
Nice one, look.
The barrels were some size, weren't they?
Take it, mate.
The barrels were some size.
Yeah, and that's the short one. So they're essentially 155mm howitzer, self-powered, obviously. But they came in two versions. So you got the 39 and the 55. The 55 has a longer barrel, so there's about another 1.5 inches that goes here.
Yeah.
And that extends the range beyond 40 kilometers.
that's a massive. That's a big range on it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, huge, man. Huge.
And it'd be pretty damn accurate as well.
Pinpoint accuracy, really, isn't it?
Nice one. Tim.
Ooh, me.
Little old me.
You catch up on
Cat's
catch pigeon off a loaf.
Yeah. Go do that in a
Your
minute.
cat's just nicked one.
I know. You always take.
Oh, hang on, it's burying it.
Yeah, go on ahead there.
Not down there. Get away from it so I can pick it up in a
I'm
second.
just going to take it out for you.
Why not Tim's?
That completes a Friday show watching a cat pinch the loaf off.
Stinking.
I mean, I'll tell you, he takes a limelight all the time, didn't you?
Isn't it? When you kill them one out.
As long as it doesn't do a bum walk, you're all right.
Clean it up.
You're a dozy animal. Anyway, back on to me. Enough about the cat. So, yeah. Right. So, working. I'm going to be doing on shop making.
Nice.
when you paint it, mate.
All right.
That looks nice too.
So I'll be making
Nice chipping and that.
making the tank look. The light's not great. Making the tank look really.
Overdone.
Yep, that's the word. This light's not great. There we are. Yeah, so it's all rusty on the roof and rusty around the side. I got a bit carried away last night, and it's changed direction to what I was thinking of first of all, but I don't really care now. But I'm enjoying that, and I'm going to quickly crack out that Meng King Tiger. Get that quick slap together. Out of the box, slap it together.
Yeah, quick slap. It's a good kit.
I thought you were going to see a crack out of another tray.
Just slap it together. I think we realise the Mengs are a quite good quick build type of situation.
If they're the newer ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
Is that all of us? Oh no, Dan as well. No. Dan, what are you working on, mate?
Noise cricket.
Dan.
Ooh,
Masking for the black grips,
excellent.
Nice.
which is going to be a pain in the yes.
Rectum.
Oh yeah,
They killed them.
all the way to the tonsils.
Right, there we go. Everyone's working on. I don't know if we've got any comments. Anyone wants to read? 132 watching, 62 likes. Hello, everyone. Don't forget to give us a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel too. Go check out Luke's channel as well. Black Rifle Model Works. And nobody else has got a channel on here.
Tim's got a channel.
Nobody else got a channel that's worth watching. Actually, that rules you out as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't do that.
Right, what are we going to do now? Let's see what the instructions tell me to do next. This should be fun. Oh, God, mate. Are there more smoke discharging on the front? My God.
Wait just a second. What's Tim doing?
He's just throwing the cat off the balcony, I think. This guy's air freshener because the cat's had a dump in it.
I tell you, something so small, get just special. It's a good word for it. Smells.
Yeah. Give me a dog any day. It's the cat that's on.
I remember it. Something so small. How can it make something so small? But it's like, yeah, you used to the little stink bombs. Nah, a little jar of cat shit. That'll be it. Smash that. Smell for years.
And there we go.
Welcome to Friday Night Live.
Are those any comments you want to catch up on?
Shall I have a looky? Nelson saying, anyone watched the Goodwood stream today? Yeah, that was from last year, but they are quite good to watch. Digsby saying, hello, everyone.
Oh, buddy.
Spruglu, I'm going to bypass Spruglu's comment because you don't want to hear that, Paul.
I'll do it's about the McLaren.
Yeah,
the McLaren's under the bench. I'll get to it.
Jim was saying just saw the chatty today at Andy's. Very nice.
Yeah.
David's a bit late on joining tonight, but evening everyone.
Why are you late?
Yeah, Richie Lamb, good evening, artist of styrene.
Is that the wrong channel?
Must be John Stones.
Pat saying hello. Willie Mack saying, lads at the bench, is that the norm number of likes for well over 100 watching? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. It's 72 ups. Listen, we can have a few more up there, can't we?
Yeah.
Get them up there.
Got more viewers as well, to be honest. Everyone's around.
We're on 128. Is it saying? Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Adam Scale Models Challenger Supra Skyline Mr. Man. Yeah, everyone. Hope everyone is well.
Hey, Adam.
You're right, Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Bonsai Warrior. I bet he's very small. Evening, everyone.
I wonder where you were going for that. Yeah. Anyway. Dixie's saying that Easy 8's a very good kit. Ray Clear's there. Hello to all my friends. Ray from Malta. All right.
Mark's asking, Luke, are your display cabinets from IKEA?
They are, buddy, yeah. If I move out of the way. What I've done though is if you go on to eBay, that's fine, yeah. So if you go onto eBay, you can buy these, which are essentially 3D printed brackets.
Oh, okay.
So they clip onto the actual frame, because you only get 3 shells in the IKEA one. So you clip those onto it, put one in each corner, and then it's got a self-tightening screw that tightens it. And then you can adjust that, and then just get some glass cut and local glaziers, which is what I did. And then you can adjust the shelves to whatever.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You can get way more in it.
I will give you a warning: don't have it anywhere near a washing machine.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to collapse on themselves.
Ah,
But so yeah, you just get those brackets, get the glass cut to size, which is cheap as chips, and you can just get loads in there then.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea. Yeah, so the ones with your tanks there, but perfectly spaced for what you got there.
Yeah, because I measured it.
Oh, you
good man.
I measured it and used the spirit level and everything.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
So you just take measure and numbers and everything, don't you?
Yeah.
John Arnold or Arnaldo. John's there. Hello from California. Arnaldo? I'm going with that. Arnaldo? Yeah, Arnaldo. Probably got it totally wrong. Water in the shed, even the cat's a critic. Cat Chicks Live. Yeah, guys, we're thinking of doing a special channel just for the cat.
Yeah.
We'll probably get more likes.
Cat in a washing machine.
Cat in a washing machine. Cat in a basket. Cat
No,
in a
no, better.
No.
Put it in a washing machine. You could
Anyway, moving on from Dan and his rock stand. Drew was saying he started his Judas Felixstowe Brandenburg kit. Which one did you start, the Brandenburg or the Felixstowe, Drew? Sprugu saying, Sam, are you okay?
Where is he?
Sam. He's half thumb up. So
He's spraying. He's giving you almost a thumbs up.
Well, I was going to say the gloves are a bit dirty, so I was wondering where he's been putting it. I'll be completely honest. It looks a bit. Hey!
There's a thumbs up for you.
2 thumbs, 1.5.
I reckon you get two up anyway.
XR NJ, good evening, fellow modelers. Question: I'm primarily an aircraft builder, but now tackling my first armor kit in probably 30 years. What colour would you use for chipping on an olive drab Sherman?
Right, don't go mad.
Green.
Because from what I remember, the paint is baked on those.
Yeah.
Very, very hard wearing. So I wouldn't go mad with chipping. I'd give it scratches.
Yeah.
But don't go mad with it because Andy might know because Andy sees a bit of US armour. As far as I know, the paint is a lot tougher than German armour was.
I think you can chip it with green, can't you? Just do different variations.
Green. It's like you take a top layer off or whatever.
The Shermans had really, really hard wearing finishes. And they're the friend of mine that has a few of them. They've got guys climbing all over those pieces of armor, and about the only thing they really get is wear on, like when they're going into the hatches, you'll wear away some of that green paint and you'll start to see a little bit of the primer there. But other than that, I mean, it's a really hard wearing finish. So I'd go very, very easy on chipping. So
good.
That would be my suggestion.
That's good advice.
Winter Sky Ski saying hello. Model in the shed. I'm wrestling with the 3D printer.
Did you say
what?
Did you say ski?
Ski. Yeah. Ski. Yeah. I'm wrestling with the 3D printer. Going to have a third attempt of printing a leg for his cyber bike chick. If it goes wrong again, she's going to be a bloody pirate.
Well, there you go.
I think having a pirate leg and a little stumpy one would be a great idea.
Well, put it this way: for what he's got it for, the bike that he's got it for, the bike's awesome.
Cool.
I have seen a picture of the bike.
Sarah saying good evening and all and happy VE Day.
Oh.
Louis says she needs to go bye.
Bye.
Drew on the Brandenburg comes first in the destructions, Tim. Well, yeah, it does. You don't always have to start there, though. But yeah, that's a good point. Chazar, evening all.
Hello.
XR saying, yeah, thanks for the advice. JK Chapman, hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. We're up to date at the moment.
So,
Up in the dates. Up in the dates.
Cool.
Oh, look, you can get little figures in there. Didn't realise that. Little people. Little people.
gosh, somebody's ridiculing me with this kit.
Say that again.
Someone's ridiculing me with this kit. It's mad. It's like an Enigma machine, really. I mean, what's going on there with that?
No idea.
Neither have I.
There you go.
Doesn't even show it on that one.
Oh, this is one of those main kits that don't give you. They show you using the Zim, but they don't actually supply you the Zim, don't they? Yeah. That's it.
Otherwise, we show grenade launch, smoke discharger, and then doesn't show them on the kit anywhere.
You sure that's not a dragon kit?
Dragging on a bit. So, I don't know if you can see it. It's telling me to put the smoke discharger there. Can you see it on the front of the turret?
Okay, so yeah, that just goes on top of the barrel.
Yeah. No, it goes to that side.
Yeah. No, it just goes straight on top of the barrel, I think.
Nope. Telling me to remove that raised detail there and put it next to the barrel.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually on the plate. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what the hell's that?
That must be a kit part, isn't it?
Yeah, but what is it?
Is it not? It doesn't give you any numbers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No idea. I've already glued these bits on as the previous bit of instructions said, and now it's telling me to drill holes. The interesting bit is when you go to the back and look at every single one of them. Look at the front of the turret. It's not there.
No, it's always that added.
So that ain't going on.
Now, do they tell you it's a smoke discharger?
You don't tell me anything. Honestly, this might as well be made of braille. and I just sit here feeling the bumps. I nearly swore then. Right, John's saying no, it's a device that's used to stimulate cannon fire during exercises. Right. It's an optional part then, John.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, I think that is when they're doing practice and it's for,
So, I think the word they're looking for is optional.
Yeah.
Rather than telling them to on.
I don't know. And in the instructions, it shows you the part numbers at the top.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. What I'm asking is, it doesn't show that part number to that thing. Anywhere. Okay. And what the hell is that? It must be a mount, is it, for something else?
Isn't it right at the top of that page then? I thought.
No. Oh, yeah.
I can't see the instructions.
It's there, yeah. What is it, though?
Just what it is, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, then. On that one.
Well,
I've got to say, Tim, after all that waffling you've just done, you've confused Paul even more, I'm betting.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
Oh, John helped me in the chat. Cheers, John. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, John.
John, you haven't built the border models on, did you, John? You built the... Which one did you build, John? Can't remember. I don't know if it was this one you built. Anyway, that's all the construction of the tank done.
Yay.
Maybe.
Track should be a walk in the park.
Oh, shut up, Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Don't you start, Luke. Oh, yes, Stephen, I know, mate. Don't fit it. I'm not. Oh, that's the first time I've ever seen Steve watching this.
Special hobbies released the new looking. Ooh. Okay.
Hello, Gary. I predict we're going to see Hannah in the chat any second. Because she's just walked out there.
She's not working now, is she?
Yeah.
Wow.
Works every night, mate.
Yeah, but it's
That's dedicated.
bank holiday Friday and it's 8 o'clock. Tell us rather not.
I've been telling her, mate. I think I might enforce a day.
Mind you, I suppose it's one of those things, isn't it? Because it's such a small, there's only her really and yourself.
Yeah.
That if she takes a few hours off, she just creates herself more headache the next day, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I might try to have a day off. I think that's the plan.
Good idea.
It's been manic, absolutely manic. So even if it's just the afternoon, she can have a whole afternoon to herself. Day, I should say.
How you with those tracks, mate?
Yeah.
Very relaxing.
Yeah. I don't know these glue. It doesn't bloody tell you.
Right, let's have a little look through the chat. Lewis Williamson, hi all.
Oh.
Okay.
You're not wrong, Gary. Instructions are utter rubbish. Utter. Kit's alright. I get the kit. It's nice. It's a nice kit. It's a bit needs a lot of cleanup, but I don't think that's the kit's fault. I think it's just the way it is.
Gary's there saying evening all.
Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Drew says it's an imaginary part. You can imagine it not being there.
Yep, definitely. Not wrong. There.
Jeff's got a good point. He says he has 2 words: cars and bikes.
I've got 2 words as well. You can guess what they are.
One will get you a fine.
But, well, yeah.
Steve said he had the time to join you all tonight. Oh, is he offering to take us out?
What? Hyperstar or meal?
Don't know.
Oh. That's disappointing.
Yeah, Gary's saying he warned you apparently.
He did.
Yeah, but no one listens to you, Gary. So there we are. Huh?
There we go. So yay, tracks! Woohoo!
Wow. I've got to say, I hope the figures that they supply in this are better than the pictures they supply of the figures, because they look like 1970 melted Tamir figure pictures. Uh-oh.
Are you putting the figures with it, Tim?
Don't. Not thought that far yet. Roger the Todger. Oh, sorry. I don't know why that came out of my mouth then.
We're going in.
The level drops quickly, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It can literally 3 seconds and it can be in the gutter.
But it's the 3-second rule. You can always pick it back up.
Yeah. Do you want to do your video, Tim?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what you've done?
Yes, I can. 2 seconds. I'm just going to give this a pressure and I will...
Everyone can admire Tim's radiator. That's really tough. The kids get handcuffed to that sometimes.
Oh, dear.
Back. So, with it being the VE celebrations today, and unfortunately, all of the usual fun and parties that we could have quite happily had, we haven't been able to do. So, hopefully, we can either maybe the 76th next year. We'll be able to have just as much fun and be able to have our street parties that we were hoping for.
I don't think that memo made it around here, Tim, because there's 3 parties. There's literally 1, about 30 foot that way. There's one about 80 foot that way, and one other side of the street.
Oh, is there? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this for a record. If you're not self-isolating, you're a moron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've not been out for 7 weeks.
Yeah. You're a moron.
Not been out.
An absolute moron.
Yeah, so some of us haven't been able to properly celebrate it.
Yeah.
That's how it seems. And well, I thought, well, let me put a small slide video together today, and just sort of showing the images,
Poignant moments.
yeah, poignant moment images that we all represent with World War II and the VE Day celebrations.
I would have said I had a good perspective, but I had trouble saying that today. Video.
So yeah, it's 2 minutes 50 long. I was trying to get it to a minute so we could have a minute silence, but there was quite a few nice images, so it's ended up being a little bit
I
long.
think it'd be good if we had a little chat over it anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Because not everyone's going to know the relevance or what it is. So
No, not too much of a bad idea. So yeah, we might quickly stop in the pictures and just and sort of say what we're seeing.
Say what you see.
I knew that was going in. I just said my head.
All of a sudden, it's turned into catchphrase.
it's magic.
So let me put full screen like that. It's going to help me as well. So yeah, VE Day, 75th anniversary, 8th to the 10th of May. So it's over this whole weekend period. So let's have a look through. So some of the images that I've always remembered from the war is from a lot of the London photos, and this one was quite poignant with the bomb hitting and the bus then going pretty much straight down the crater into the underground. I
guess that's Dan. I guess that's Dan.
Dan. Yeah. Unfortunately, London and a lot of other places around the UK during the Blitz really got hit hard, and we were quite lucky to get ourselves out of this sort of period of time. We were quite hard hit everywhere, especially kids. There was a lot of kids still living in London at the time.
Yeah.
A lot of the refuge from the Blitz was the underground. Most of our underground stations were then turned into air raid shelters, and as you can see, they slept on the train tracks.
Wow.
They slept on the escalators. They were literally from top to bottom.
Can I just say, you look at that image of people sleeping on train tracks in the underground,
Yeah.
not knowing whether they're going to have a house to go back to.
Yeah.
And these morons are finding it so difficult just to stay at home and watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable.
With all the luxuries of TV and everything.
Yeah, internet, everything.
Food.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely, Luke. You had it right in the head, man.
Yeah. My mom spent more than one night in the tube like that.
You can't. It's a time period now you just can't imagine. It's a period of the world went through that you're like, well, how did the hell did they make it back out the other side? Because you look at the world now, it wouldn't. I don't think it could. It could, but
Sorry, Tim. So that was every night. That wasn't just for one night, once a week. That was every night for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I will say that experience for my mother living in London during the Blitz forever changed her life, in that today I've been through a pretty bad hurricane with her, and she was cool as could be during that storm. Didn't phase her. And as a matter of fact, when at the height of it, when everything was really blowing like crazy, she went around and asked, would anybody like a cup of tea? Completely, totally calm and cool. And with everything that's going on right now, she has that same attitude of, it's going to be okay and we'll get through this. And she's just the coolest person, under pressure like this, and I know it all started right there.
Yeah.
Different generation.
Yeah.
Difference is a lot of respect back then, you see.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at that picture. Look, I'm smiling, and one's doing their knitting, and they just carried on.
Yeah.
They just carried on.
Yeah. It was a very do make do and mend. Are they? And
Is that real, that picture?
yeah,
Yes.
Looks like a model.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Remember these are all these are black and whites that have been coloured, so it makes them look a bit slightly surreal. But I think when you see them coloured, it makes you does sort of give a bit of a different sense to what was going on in the period, and yeah, to see the hospital was being hit.
Yeah.
Some hospitals in Birmingham that look like that.
Yeah. And it was good to see that the old Queenie now was out and about doing her driving during this period.
Yep.
They all chipped in their own little way.
Yep.
And quite a strong point is the women actually made quite a big difference during the war. While the men were out fighting, the women are the ones that actually held the country together and carried it on working and building.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Through the aircraft all over the country.
Yeah.
They were delivering the aircraft to get them to the front lines.
Yeah. But either building them or flying them, or just every part they were there. And then we got actually onto the battles, and especially D-Day, where it started to make a big difference and make the change. And then in Africa, where they really kicked their asses and pushed them back out and back into southern Europe.
Yeah.
You really can't imagine what it was like getting off those launch boats.
That D-Day picture is very poignant for me.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's absolutely terrifying.
Some of them still kids, you know?
They were just kids, weren't they?
When you look at that picture, you don't get the scale of how large of an open area that beach is from the shoreline to where they had to go. That was completely open with overlapping fields of fire by German, MG 34s and 42s. And when I went to Normandy and sat on Omaha Beach, I was speechless by looking at the size of that beach, and I could not imagine how somebody with all that equipment could try to, number one, get out of a landing craft like that, wade through the water, and then even think about surviving that long of a run across that beach with open fire like that. Just unbelievable.
No cover.
No cover at all.
Nowhere to hide.
And and then out in the deserts where the British took it to the Germans over in the desert with the desert rats and the El Alamein and all those places and the fights they had out there. That really took the toll on the German war machine, which is exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, another good colour shot of the American troops going in on there, and then that's the aftermath. That's what all the fighting right on the beaches was for, to land that.
Yeah.
Get all those troops, get all those vehicles on land and inland.
Very cool picture.
And then
ages ago, somebody made a diorama of that.
Yeah, I've seen one. Yeah, I can't remember where.
Is this Point de Hoc? Do you say this?
Yep.
The gun emplacements, which were bombed pretty much continuously for several hours to try and make sure they knocked those guns.
And was it 75th Ranger? Was it, I don't think it might have been 75th then, might it?
The Second Rangers.
Second Rangers. Yeah. Scaled the cliffs.
Yeah.
They'd all gone, haven't they? The Germans.
Oh, there's no guns there.
Not being surprised if I would not have been here when this was, I would have got up and gone from that. That's something you don't survive, is it? I mean, jeez.
No, that's all the ships in it. Let them rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the Polish Air Force, which made a big difference for us in the Battle of Britain.
And I think a lot of people forget all the Commonwealth nations that were involved.
Yeah, they made a big difference through the Battle of Britain. Anyway, they kicked the Germans' asses. They wanted to get them back for invasion.
Yeah, very personal for them.
Another great Spitfire.
Yeah.
The American Mustang.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And then the BMF boys.
Nice.
The Commonwealth, when you had Indians, you had the Caribbeans, you had guys from Pakistan. I mean, every single island which is part of the Commonwealth were out there fighting.
Yeah.
And then this is getting towards the end. This is the Americans and the Russians shaking hands in Berlin over the broken bridge.
I learned an interesting fact today.
Gone.
That the Russians don't celebrate VE Day until the 9th of May.
Okay.
So the Germans surrendered on the 8th, and Winston Churchill announced that the war had ended.
Yeah.
Or the war in Europe had ended. But the Russians wouldn't trust the Germans until they'd actually signed the surrender document, which they didn't do until the 9th of May. So the Russians celebrate it on the 9th, not the 8th.
See, the VE Day for us, it says that from the 8th to the 10th. So, maybe it's sort of like slightly incorporating. I didn't know that. Okay.
And I was also learned that for every American soldier lost during World War II, the Russians lost between 75 and 80. Over 27 million Russians died during World War II.
Because they don't see much difference from World War One until World War Two, do they? They went from the start of World War One. They see they were at war until the end of World War Two. It was their great war, wasn't it?
They got absolutely hammered.
Yeah.
Russians.
And these are actually Luftwaffe, the guys, I think, isn't it? With that emblem on their jackets there, being marched down to their new homes, the camps.
Yeah.
That's sort of, it's images sort of straight out of Band of Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, they're troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I like it. So I mean, I just see he's got a massive machine.
Yeah.
This picture was from I think it said, was it your hometown, Dan?
It certainly is.
Yeah, it's like your hometown. You got your regiments there. Everyone's come out to celebrate the end.
That's one of the oldest markets in England.
Cool.
You know, like it's a market town. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Chesterfield Town Centre. It don't look like that now.
No, it don't.
It looks shit.
The kids out celebrating with their flags.
Yeah.
Bunting was up.
Yeah.
That one right there reminds me of my mother.
That there.
Yep.
Just kids in it.
Little girl. Actually took as something that she had to have every day was a gas mask, and her gas mask was pink to make it less scary, she said.
Cool. Very cool. There we got Churchill, George the 8th, wasn't it? I think it was. I'm talking. George the 8th. What we know as the Queen Mum, Queenie over there, and a sister.
Do you know what got me about that particular picture?
What's that?
Our rock star, Winston Churchill, the royal family's waving. He stood there with his hands in his pockets with a smirk. And you know what's going through his mind? I'll guarantee you this will go through his mind. I did all this.
I did all this, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But our rock star is that to stand in front of the future queen and just, nonchalantly just hands in your pockets.
And your pockets.
Never mind the future queen. You got the king next to you there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
And do you think how different it is now? So all the doors, the glass has all been taken out to keep it safe from bomb damage.
How dirty the building is.
It does look very dirty.
Oh, yeah.
This one Norm found from the.
That's cool.
The Lancaster boys and all the bomber crews.
Norm's that old. He took it.
Yeah, no one took that one.
Well, actually, like I say, what it reminds me of is it's the guys that got time to grieve now because they didn't have time to grieve for the loss of friends and things, and that's like the gates opening up to let all the spirits, pass up.
Yeah,
great picture. Absolutely great picture.
Very nice picture. That one. Celebrations. This looks like a bit of Italy. This image there. I can't remember who put that picture up. And then someone looking rather happy and proud on their Cromwell. I believe that one to be with a couple of bottles of beer.
Yeah.
There's the Sherman under there somewhere. Yeah, it's just the massive street parties.
Yeah.
Quite fantastic. Famous fountain.
Yeah.
Just in front of the Buckingham Palace memorial there.
In the mall.
Packed. Now I went up, I must have gone up for the 50th celebrations, and I was standing up over here when they did the 50th celebrations and they had the flyover and we went away up. Me and my mum went up. That was a really good day. So I must have been 15 then. And the Piccadilly Circus. They covered up all the bottom of the statue there with the fire-saving stamps. Absolutely packed. And Guinness is good for you, apparently.
Yeah,
it is.
This is why the camp's liberated.
Yeah.
That's why it says on the top there. But I think it's looks like the Polish flag at the top, so that was most likely over in Poland. And then the Auschwitz liberated.
Yeah.
I've been.
That needs never to be forgotten about.
Yeah, all the camps.
Been to Croatia, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. And the last one for us for quite poignant, the Spitfire over the White Cliffs.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And last one. Sorry. And then a massive thing. Big thank you to the ladies of Bexley and the men that wrote the Enigma.
Yeah.
Very early on. Helped to get the war ended much sooner. Helped to give out fake messages to the Germans. They had a massive part, and they weren't allowed to talk about it even after the war. They didn't talk about it, and they were interviewing a couple of ladies now, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, I thought this lady was doing Japanese, but I found out that they never did." And this lady said, "No, I was doing the Japanese." "Oh, were you?" And only now, literally within the last couple of those days, those ladies found out, "Oh, we were doing Japanese." They still haven't spoken about it. They might all say they work there, but none of them have really spoken about what they did there. They've kept that secret as they were told to.
My brother-in-law's parents, his mum worked at Bletchley Park. She was in the Royal Navy, and his dad was a pilot on the Lancasters during the war.
Wow.
And when they were going out and got married and whatever, even between them, they didn't know what each other was doing. They only knew the basics.
Yeah. If they spoke about what they were doing there, it meant that the Germans could find out.
Yep.
That was it. And it had to be so secretive that the Germans couldn't, because as soon as the Germans knew that their machine was being cracked, they would have thrown it away and started a new one. So they had to keep it the most secretive thing ever.
It's an interesting place to go to.
Yeah.
I've never actually been. I need to go.
I'll tell you what, it ain't cheap.
No.
We went there once with the kids. I said, we was up that area. I said, let's go have a look. And we went up there, and I was like, it's nearly £100, I think it worked out for me. The kids and the missus on like,
right, kids are staying in the car. We'll see you in a couple of hours.
Hey, man, what are you about? The kids and the missus.
Oh, sorry.
I'll be back in a minute. You're like me going to the model shop. I'll only be a couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
There you go.
Very cool. Nice one, Tim.
Very nice one, Tim.
Cool.
Nice one, Tim.
When it's 100 years, I'm going to be 65.
I'll be dead.
Hang on, I don't trust your maths.
No, sorry. I'll be 64.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway there.
Nice one, Tim.
Cool.
You're back. There we go. Yeah, very good, that, Tim. Nice one, mate.
Cool, no problems.
Right. While you're on a roll, do you want to do what we've been buying?
Yeah, might as well.
And then,
A new window.
Can you ready for your bit?
That might be, might not be. So let's have a look now and see what you lot have been buying. You've been quite busy this week. I started off with a little UMP delivery, some more LP paints and IDF colours, some Haribo thing over the back there.
What are we looking at? Where? Oh, what are they?
Oh.
Just saying to try. Got myself a Rifled Tiger because that's such a cool thing.
Nice.
That is cool, yeah.
That's cool.
Monstrously big, that thing, isn't it?
Crazy big. Crazy.
Have you opened that up yet, Tim?
Yeah, it's not a full interior version, so all it's got is the fighting compartment. So it's very much like the old Tamiya kit, where all it does is has the fighting compartment in there.
Does it have Zimmerit on the lower hull?
No.
Okay.
And it does need that because they did use those vehicles. It does need the Zimmerit on the front and down the side.
Down the sides. Yeah, that's like that same as the Tamiya kit then.
Yeah, it literally, Rifles went, oh, Tamiya sold it, we'll sell it, let's do it. Yes, it is very much like the old Tamiya kit. It does look just as good. The tracks look a hell of a lot better than the old.
Yeah.
But
Why such a short bow?
It fires rockets.
Yeah, it was a bunker buster.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but it never really got used for what it was intended for. All they end up using them for was going through. They did a lot of street fighting. They used it for, and they used it to pretty much demolish buildings.
Dukin.
Yes. So if they knew there was a lot of people in a building that was trying to fight them, they'd just roll this thing up and fire a couple of its rockets into the building and pretty much demolish the whole thing.
By the time they actually had that on the front line, the Germans were pretty much in retreat, and so they weren't necessarily blowing up a lot of buildings, so they didn't get used a whole lot.
Most of them got left behind. They broke down, as ever Tigers seem to do. Ran out of fuel, ran out of rounds. It didn't seem to be a lot of rounds for them.
The rocket was an anti-submarine rocket, which I find really interesting, but I've not heard a lot of, or read a lot about the actual rocket itself. I just know that it was an anti-submarine rocket.
I didn't know that bit. Okay.
Yeah, they used it for, the idea was to blow up the heavy fortifications when they ran across them. So,
I need to fix my phone.
Okay.
Why do you need the iPad?
Oh, no, don't get it.
there is some video of the Sturm Tigers actually firing, I believe it was in Warsaw.
Okay.
From this to this
Another one I picked up was the Amusing Hobbies Conqueror.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's that.
It's crazy. It's a monster.
What's the detail like on it, Tim?
Not too bad. Not too bad. The only thing it's missing is it hasn't got the bag cover that goes around the pivot point. But that only seemed to be put on when it was actually out in the field. When it was out on parade and stuff like that, it didn't seem to have it on the early ones. So it's something that you can quite easily apply with a bit of millipup. Other than that, yeah, kit looks really quite good, quite simple, but it's just massive.
That's got that. There's so many tanks out there that are tanks, and then you've got the Tiger tank, and the Tiger has always had that look. There was just something about the Tiger tank. The Conqueror has that same look that the Tiger has. It just looks mean.
It was. I mean, I've been on the Conqueror Facebook page, and they've got these things lined up next to Chieftains, and Chieftains aren't a small. Chieftain wasn't a small. Is it Chieftain? Yes, yeah, Chieftain. And they weren't a small tank, and they make the Chieftain look quite small. These things are just crazy big, and you can see why we stopped building tanks that were that size, because they were only built to match what the Russians had. They were sent out they were over in Germany during the 60s and the 70s. They were over there doing their stuff over there. They seem to get stuck in mud quite often, and
they couldn't cross a certain number of bridges.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they were pretty much stuck to their base area. After that, they had to be quite work out exactly where they were going. Yeah, it's a very cool bit of British armour that never actually saw any use anywhere.
I read somewhere about the logistics getting to the battlefront as well. There was massive problems with them.
Yeah. You can imagine they would have to have been transported on their trucks and trailers to get around. Bridges have to be able to hold a certain weight. And you can imagine Germany at the time of when these were around, they were only still they were still rebuilding during that period. So it's not they probably didn't have proper good strong structural bridges at every single bridge crossing. So, but yeah, cool bit of armor, and you get the little figure with it as well, which is quite cool. The bottom to top hull fitment is a bit odd, but it seems you need to fit the rest of the parts for it to locate. And it's a bit like, what? Where's this sitting? I was like, then I looked through the instructions. And I was like, okay, that might make it a bit more better. Moving on, Charles Stellini's picked up the Academy's Sharkmouth B25.
Cool
looking plane, and a 148 Revel Helldiver.
Yeah,
that's cool too.
So I wonder if that's an old monogram. Monogram. Ooh.
Yeah. You good, Noel?
Good luck with that.
I've got one, yeah.
Any good?
It's old technology, mate. It'll go together, but it's not going to be,
But you're old, Norman. You're all right.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, it suits me. Yeah.
Richie Lamb got a little care package from UMP.
Nice.
Digsby James got himself the 148 Curtis Tomahawk. Cool looking plane, that.
Yeah, I like those.
Very nice. Oh, Al put a question here.
Oh, is that a question?
That's a question. What's he doing there, Al?
I wonder why I got a question there.
Now, me and Paul, we were thinking we should really tell Al about this.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't. And then we I was thinking about it, and Paul said, "Nah, leave it." I said, "All right, that's fine." They did ask, "What's the best chipping fluid? Hairspray or chipping fluid?" And I'd say hairspray.
Yeah, I've used chipping fluid. Pain in the ass. That's just a firework that just run off, idiots. So I'd probably go hairspray, even though I've never used hairspray.
Oh,
in any sense of the word.
Not much of a shock there. Luke, what have you used it? Got a bit of an arm.
Tried the AK chipping fluid. Didn't get on with it at all. I found you have to really go hard to get any movement at all. So hairspray is what I use.
Yeah.
Cheap, does the job, works every time.
It smells nice.
And it smells nice.
Adam's picked up a few hot raries there. He got a 787 Mazda. It's a proper rarey, that one.
All right.
He got the Apex RX-7 D1 project car. Very cool. And the four-door Skyline as well from the D1 Grand Prix.
Nice.
He's got the F12 Berlinetti and the C1 model conversion kit for it to make it look good. Right. And the Revel C7R 125th scale race car. I've got to say, this box art is horrible.
It is horrible.
Horrible box art. It looks nothing. I don't know what's going on with this wheel arch and the wheel. It just doesn't look right.
Oh,
It's more like
The US boxing's much better.
Yeah.
It's the lifted up 4-wheel drive version.
Is that what it is? Ah.
It's the off-road version.
Yeah. Mr. Norm got himself a big bathtub with tracks.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the metal. Are they metal tracks? Are they
They are indeed, yes.
metal tracks to go with it?
that's cool.
Very odd.
Yep.
Mr. Simon Shorey got himself some spoons. He got himself some gravity paints. Ooh, nice BBS gold, cool. Looks good. And he got himself a new spray booth.
Nice.
Looking nice. And there it is, fitted with his little his MDF and his set of lights around it.
Cool. Sweet. Nice one, sir.
Nice. Mr. McCord
Oh.
got himself a Tiger.
Think?
Oh, look at that.
Need to Zimmer it now, didn't you? Just to
What's that?
all this stuff because it doesn't come in a kit.
For a mid, technically, well, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to if you don't want
No,
to.
you don't have to. Don't worry about that. Just build it and paint it.
You do though. Tammy just stick on stuff. It's meant to be all right.
Do they do it for the 35th stuff, do they?
Yeah.
I thought they only did it for the 48th.
Tamiya makes that, and then ATAC, if you want to
Yeah.
go that route. ATAC has a nice.
Yeah, maybe very good, the ATAC stuff. And you got the two early Panzer 3 out FG.
Very nice.
Or it's kind of cool the other day when we were checking off the checklist. Panzer wank cappens.
That's a quick building, cool little kit.
It's a very good kit, but it's still meant to be decent.
Yep.
Yeah. Lucky.
I got two of them. Have a mess with.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, get lost there. Also got the 148th Abrams.
Wow.
Abrahams, as Sam was called the other day.
Abrahams.
Ibram.
Brum, brum.
A nice kit.
The 959 Porsche.
Nice.
Cool.
Never liked that car though.
Oh, come on. The motorsport heritage behind that thing.
No. What the car is, brilliant. But I just don't like the look of. It's a Porsche that I'm.
Yeah.
Out and out homologation special. It was the fastest production car at the time, wasn't it?
I think I've never liked this type of headlight. I don't think it looks very good. It's one of the Porsches. I know what it is and
That's not a good picture.
why it's so special, but it's just one I'm like, me. I could. There's a lot better looking out there for the time period. Still rather an F40.
Does the front end look like a 9? Is it a 928 maybe?
928, yeah.
And I didn't.
928-ish at the front.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Out and out motorsport car.
You got a bike. You got a chopper. A lot of LP and LP2.
That's
Where
cool.
did you get all that from, Sam?
It's down here.
Argos. No, I'm only joking. One-stop shop.
One-stop shop for all your bits. Oh, there's something else there. What else you got in there? Oh, enough primers to prime yourself. Polishings and rocking. Very nice. Polishings. Paul got himself some other stuff. A Magak. Very nice. Magak. Very cool. Dust and Rust.
What the flick?
Great, that set that is. The Gasworks Panther 5A late.
Cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
So Panther Kunstwagen 5 Panther A late version, and the MCLB 6MA.
That is very cool. It's cool.
It is cool.
That's cool.
So has it got a full interior like
sweet.
Yeah.
But it's got a turret basket in there, is it?
I don't know about the turret, but there's a crew compartment in the back.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
guess it is crew.
Looks good like that. Does look nice. Mr. Skiffins got himself the MI24, some railroad wheels, a railroad wagon.
What you said.
Yep, and he got the Ryfield Sturmtiger, which comes with the full interior instead.
It must be a diorama on its way then.
Yeah, there's some possibilities there.
Be interested to see how that hind comes together, because I've heard mixed. I mean, it is the only 48th one you can get that's going to be any good now.
Right.
But apparently, essentially, all they've done is upscale their 72nd version.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what.
It looks just a bit bland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you were going to do it, I mean, there's going to be loads of aftermarket available there at some point.
Yeah.
You're going to do it. But yeah, from what I've heard, you need to be adding lots of rivet detail to it because that's not there.
Yeah.
And obviously, they were riveted to death, weren't they? Very Russian thing, you know.
Mr. Clinton, he got himself the Z-Tune R34, great looking car. He got himself a truck because he's a trucker.
Hey.
A deuce and a half.
He got himself some load of little odds and ends, some paint, some thinners, some glue, and some little pouring caps. Mike, oh, hang on, sorry. Hang on. Oh, yeah, some primers as well. He likes his pink.
He does.
Nice pink there, Clint. Nice. Michael Benjamin.
Always trying to dull pink.
Michael Benjamin Mitchell picked up himself a Panther G Smart kit, pretty cheapish, $40 minus the shipping. That's not a bad price at all for that. Yep, makes it a good Italian front for that one. Very nice. And he also got himself, well, it's a proper old school set, some Eskies, German paratroopers, Green Devil.
Yeah, nice.
Proper old school boxing, that is. Very nice.
Yeah.
Dan Edmonds got himself an F12 Burn Nessie as well. Oh, nice. Some saddle tan, some beige, some Audi R8 colour, and some mask set. He got himself a Audi R8 Le Mans as well, the Nunu. Some splash paints and detail set. Oh, and an Enzo. Very nice. To me, one. Cool looking car. Claire got herself some supplies. So a lot of stuff she said she can't find, you can't get in the UK, which is quite true. I've never seen this figure accent colour, pink brown. Never seen that one before.
Yeah.
New one.
Yeah.
Pink or brown?
Yeah.
Leave it.
Don't go there. Don't go
Yeah.
there.
It's an accent for pink or brown. Yep. I like accents. Got some enamels. It's quite interesting. And then it's an XF enamel, X18, X1 enamel, some LP paints, Tamiya razor.
Oh.
Shame.
Yeah, no, it's a plastic eraser.
Oh, eraser.
Hey?
Eraser. I thought you said razor.
Polyester putty paint mark. Do you know what? I remember having these as a kid. These are really good colour, from what I remember. That silver was, from what I remember, it was a bit like the monochrome sort of stuff. That was really quite cool. That stuff. And some goggles. Oh, didn't they make goggles? How cool was that? Some spare jars and some craft knives. Oh, that got the engraving tool as well. That looked quite cool. Tamiya hollow stickers.
Get some of those goggles for you when you go out on your new bike, Tim.
Oh, you can. That is what I need. I need stickers to stick over it.
You need Tamiya lycra shorts.
Oh. Well, that's it. Lots of stuff this week. Anything interesting on the side chat today? No, nothing too much exciting on there. And I'll stop before I click on something I don't want people to see. Oh, camera turned on and off. Silly camera. Oh, my screen's jumping around everywhere. Let's have a look at that. Wait.
Comment from Chazard at the bottom there could be interesting.
Let's have a look. I've got a lot of chat there. Let me have a quick go through. I was saying George VI. Okay. We will ignore. Right, Hannah's in there. Evening, Hannah.
Evening, Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah.
Levi is saying my nan made bullets that Radway Green in Crewe. They tried to bomb it so many times but never hit the target. My granddad used to, before he went into the war, he used to go down and help build engines down near Park Royal, where I work now. And they had a test bed for the plane engines. And so they'd strap them down, start them up, and leave them running for 12 hours. And just sort of walk away and come back in 12 hours and see if they're still running. That was their test. pretty much it. That was how they tested them.
My grandmother made bullets as well.
Of course. Stuart saying my uncle Eric was in the Navy during World War II, was sunk twice and at Anzio, and piloted the landing craft on D-Day, ferrying the casualties back from the beaches of Normandy. Very lucky man to survive all that.
My father-in-law was in the Navy. He was sunk twice in prisoner of war for 3 years.
Oh, did he?
Got his medals and everything upstairs and his documentations, the whole lot.
Digby's saying, I remember Digby's saying, my grandpa was at Dunkirk and then returned on D-Day. I remember we couldn't get him to go to the beach with us in British Columbia when I was growing up. I now know why. Too many memories there. Joseph Pryor saying my house in Tottenham had an underground bunker in the garden. Yeah, my house, my mum and dad's old house in Ruislip, we had a concrete bunker at the end of the house. The time of it though, and it cracked the roof in half. And it was quite.
That Anderson shelter, the concrete ones.
Hey,
Anderson concrete.
No, not Anderson. Proper thick. It was about four brick thick. The walls all the way round, and then it had a roof which was a good foot thick of concrete, and then it'd have a doorway which was stepped in. So it couldn't. If the house got hit by a bomb, it wouldn't have survived. But it was great for protection from shrapnel and stuff like that. It still had the bed bunks in there. It's quite really cool. I remember we got some builders round to look at taking it down, and they were like, "Look, the problem is if it goes wrong, it'll take out your house. It's that heavy. If the roof decides to go off in its own direction, there's no saving it." So, yeah, we'll leave that then. Are we going to be singing "We'll Meet Again"? Seeing as how well we do birthday song.
No.
Sprugu saying it's not wrong to leave the missus and the kids in the car as long as you leave the window open a little bit. Good. Thank you. Good point there. Good point. And make sure there's some water in there. Yeah, a small bowl of water in the middle for them to share. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot saying over 30 World War II aircraft are scheduled to fly over my city today, but was delayed due to weather. Will fly Sunday for celebrating VE Day. Oh, that's nice to hear.
Nice.
Yeah.
The kid laugh.
It's terrible. Boltface says he's got the amusing Hobby Conqueror 2 this week as well. It's definitely massive. Spruglo says it looks like I'm watching Blackadder Goes Forth tonight. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's great that. Speckled Henry. Is it Speckled Henry?
No, Speckled Jim.
Speckled Jim, that was it. Daryl says he's never watched Goes Forth. It's on the list.
That's the best.
Daryl Masters.
Yeah, that's the best. It's the only Blackadder I really like.
Oh, that is one of the best ones. So good. So good. Yeah, but definitely binge watch that one, Daryl. That's a well worthy binge watch that one. Hannah's saying it's the non-stop shop. Definitely, that's how Hannah's feeling at the moment. Chaz saying heads up on the windscreen mask from Hero Boy. I had a set on the last Porsche I built. The glue from the mask came off onto the windscreen. Nightmare to remove. Do you know how many times I've now seen that comment?
Yep, I've done that 3 or 4 times with them.
Yeah,
impossible to peel off.
You got to reuse the bit of sticky to get off. It's not a great thing that is happening, unfortunately. Our friend Dan is there. Hello, guys and girls. Was in a meeting.
The hell was that noise you made, Dan?
That one.
Sounds like it's like a shorter of a tight.
Oh, no.
It was a cat in a litter tray.
Dan said, did he win?
Yeah.
2-2. Yeah. You won the free shaving kit. Eric's saying his order just arrived. Thank you, Paul and Hannah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Tamir lycra shorts with a star on each cheek.
Oh, put it in the middle.
Kieran, crayon there. Evening, gentlemen. Hope you're all well.
Yeah, Graham.
Dan says my grandfather flew 29 missions over Germany in the B-17. I believe he flew out of where? Thorpe Abbots. Thorpe Abbots. Don't recognise that name, but okay, you probably are quite right, and I just don't know. There's been a lot of airfields that have now gone, and the town.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dan says a bit of useless information. Blackadder mentioned his town in Blackadder goes forth.
Yeah.
We're pretty much up to date on that one.
Cool.
So if Dan's finished making some funny noises, he can make some more funny noises.
Comments off Peter Seagrove there as well.
Oh yeah, Peter Seagrove. I've tried mixed. I do have mixed feelings about World War II. I had a family fighting on both sides of the war. Well, that's hard work. We need to remember the Germans didn't all choose to fight. No.
They were forced to fight a lot of the time.
It was the Nazi party we were fighting, and not always the German people themselves. Fortunately, during that war, the civilian casualty side of it was just enormous. It was a part of where wars before were done between armies. That changed the face of war and turned it into
collateral damage.
And civilians were used as a target to try and make the war end quicker from both sides. And we did it. We did it just as much as the Germans in the later stages.
Norfolk, apparently.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange places in Norfolk. John's there.
Plays it all really. Sharpie lives in Norfolk.
Yeah. End of.
But anywhere that's called Brockdish, the civil parish of Brockdish. God, they've got some strange ass names for places over there. Oh, the bloody 100th B Air Force movement. Oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you, Gary and Dan.
You also got to remember the racetracks in the UK were all
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What's the next stage of the tank, Tim?
Again?
What's the next stage of the tank?
Burning it.
I've still got to finish doing all of the lower hull now to match the upper hull. It's
you had to ruin that as well.
Yep, proper ruin it.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about Tim ruining holes and whatnot, but I don't think I'll bother.
Lower holes.
You're wrong, and you're proper wrong.
We know.
It's very boring. Any plans for the weekend?
Mostly this.
Heather's working tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know what I'll be doing.
Really tempted to give me bushy trim.
Ah,
Yeah, a bit of gardening.
Yeah.
If this COVID malarkey weren't happening, I'd have been flying on Sunday to sunnier climes, but
oh.
yeah, that's not happening.
I'll be thinking about you on Sunday morning, Dan.
Just so I'm getting up to push mower around.
No, this to be very cold Sunday morning, so
Well, we've got Mother's Day here Sunday,
Ooh.
so we'll be doing Mother's Day stuff on Sunday. And on Saturday, I'll be doing the last of the repairs to the boat to be able to deliver it to its new owner.
Cool.
So. Mother's Day in the UK was what? A couple weeks ago?
No.
We haven't had it yet.
Yeah, we have.
Is it?
we have.
Yeah, we have. Actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, we did really. Yeah.
Tim's mum was mad.
Tim's no card.
I remember buying a card. I don't think I wrote in it.
Disgusting, isn't it?
How could you do that, Tim?
Oh, I know.
To your mommy.
Yeah.
If I ever called my mom or mother, she used to say, "Oh hell, what you done now?"
Oh, my mum for going like him.
Well,
Among other things.
Really loud.
I thought James called her the witch.
No, James has to wear a broomstick.
Oh, that was it.
You ask her where she parks her broomstick.
Yeah.
Needed no encouragement from Paul at all.
No, I didn't tell.
Hey, guess where I learned that, look?
oh dear.
Yeah, Heather said to me when this coronavirus thing's over, don't you be swearing in front of Lucy. I said, Heather, she's 3 months old, really. You know, serious?
She got a good point there.
They'll have a spare jar for you.
That'll be skint on me.
Hey.
Oh, sure.
You just read that comment, yeah.
Yeah. We currently have 132 people watching and only 93 likes. Oh, come on, folks. We can get over the 100 at least.
That's a fine too.
Oh. Hey, Rancher Dan's not put a like up there.
Dan, come on.
Come on, Dan.
Dan, the man that can.
The one that has.
Used to have.
I know what I want to do.
You're welcome, Creon.
I thought you said he was working.
Yeah, get back to work, Kieran.
Yeah.
He was at the meeting when I was he was working late.
Easy kid.
Go over.
Oh, he's waiting for his new smoker to show.
Good giveaway.
Give it away now. Yeah, why not?
Right. We've got £20 Ultimate Modern Products gift card to give away. All you got to do is look out in the chat for 10 start numbers now. Pick one number, and I repeat, one number from 1 to 1,000. Pop it in the chat. After 5 minutes, we'll close it, and we'll do a live random number generator, and the first person to the number wins a £20 UMP gift voucher free. You buy anything you want on our website, and that's it. When you ready, boys?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to.
Go for it.
Only.
Are you ready? We will begin. Now. Ready?
Yeah, done it.
All right, the back. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Start your numbers.
Oh, Gary G saying evening all.
Oh,
Make some coffee.
Hi.
bonjour.
No.
Hola. Hola.
4 minutes, folks. You've got 4 minutes. Remember, one number only.
Put that phone down. Hello, Joe. Hello, mate.
Three minutes, folks. You got 3 minutes.
You ready for your bit next, Dan?
Yes, mate.
Excellent. You got much on it?
Not as busy as last week.
Just run the timer.
Last week was immense, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll just run the timer till you're done tonight, Dan.
Yeah.
We won't have a timer. As soon as you go through the recap, we'll stop it.
Yeah, last week was massive. It's not as big this week.
This here little panzer wanking things when you get 2 sprues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not. A,
So I said,
One and a half. 1.5 spruce.
yeah, so I said it.
2 minutes.
Still got in the morning.
2 minutes.
Fast build, dead quick.
a lovely little kit. Really is.
And progress onto the Tiger. Still dead simple, though.
I think I should be banned tank kits for a while.
Do whatever makes you happy, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, right, okay then. See ya.
Hey.
So that makes us happy too, see ya.
One minute, folks. You have 1 minute. And remember, one number only. So you will be disqualified.
Heather made sweet chili chicken tonight. It was absolutely gorgeous. I would get that. I tell you, my kit's behind this chair just for you, Paul.
Oh, thank you.
Because it was doing your scanning, you said.
Yep.
And the countdown shall begin in 3, 2, 1. Stop!
Let me cut these off and have a look here.
Well, my chat's really lagged out, so you guys have to let me know at what point my comment comes up. My chat lagged out big time.
Now, yeah, for me.
After
Claire,
Claire.
Yeah, Claire's the last one in on my screen.
Okay, cool. Monday tonight. Oh, yeah, at 100. Perfect. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Sharon. Am I Sharon?
Yep.
Yep.
Right, so this will determine the winner.
Yep.
I'm not zooming in like it normally does. So I'm going to change the 10 for 1,000. It was already there. The 3 was already there as well, so we can ignore that. I'm going to click it once. That'll be the winning number. As always, the 2 people have put the same number. First person to click it automatically wins. If you think you know who's won, please don't shout out in the chat. We have had the wrong name shouted out before. Like these guys, check it. I want to know the winner. Tim will announce it.
Uh-huh.
So the winning number for the £20 Ultimate Modern Products gift voucher is 471.
It went straight to the number this time.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it jumps around for half an hour.
Excellent. There we go. So we've still got Dan's going to go through all your work in the Facebook page and forum. And the winner of that, most voted for build, or winner UP gift voucher too. Oh, Benny was out. Unlucky, mate. What's Tim eating? I don't know. Biscuits? Do you reckon I'll £10 fine?
Oh, 15. What?
15?
It's Friday.
Wow.
Mein Führer. What was it we called out? Grouping captains.
Unter Obergruppenführer.
Yeah, that's all.
They're sending that when you're pissed.
Terrible banter.
Cool. Okay, so we've found the winner. Chicken dinner. Very right, Emily. Thank you very much for finishing that off. So for the UMP gift voucher of £20, he did the random number generator, and the number Paul managed to get out of that was 471. And the closest person that had that, closest person to that number, was Mike Tynan with 462.
Well done, Mike.
Well done, Mike.
Yeah, nice one, Mike.
Nice one, Michael.
Send me your details, mate. Your email address, you used to register with UMP, and I will sort that out. Well done.
There we go. There we go.
You ready, Jan?
I'm just mashing buttons now.
You guys seen that on Nicky's auction? They've got a the Aliens APC.
Yeah.
The Halcyon one.
£124. That's now.
The Halcyon one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a bad night with Dan, though, you know.
Yep.
I think we're going to have a proper shite night. My internet this week alone, it's just been shocking this week.
Because everyone's on it, mate. That's...
Well, they reckon, no, there's been a problem in area. They're supposed to have fixed it yesterday. Fixed it? Yeah, they fixed it yesterday, allegedly.
That's the problem then.
Fixed it.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Is that sharing now?
Oh, fixed it.
No.
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 Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, let me.
Flash buttons. Hit with the hammer.
Right.
Let's try that one. That's not working again, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it
Yes.
working now?
Yeah.
It is now.
I weren't anticipating it working. That's how much hope I've got in the old interwebs these days. Anywho, good evening. We're going to start on the forum as always. First out the gate is Hawkmoon.
Oh, look at that.
This is his Wingnut Wings Junkers D1. It's a nice kit from Wingnut Wings with a very clever way of joining the fuselage. So all the joints are on each corner and so invisible, and he decided to keep the aircraft in its bare aluminium skin as he thought it showed the corrugated skin better.
Yeah.
Paints used are alkaline airframe aluminium and various LPs and acrylics.
Right.
Nice work.
I should have bought that kit when I had the chance, and I didn't.
No, silly boy. Silly boy.
Yeah.
You'd only built half on him, put it back in its box anyway, no?
But this is the built half bit, Dan, right? So leave him alone, Dan. Stop picking on him. Such a bully.
This is LW Wales next. And this is a 112 Tamiya R1M. It's his first build. He's used tips from Paul on YouTube and various other channels to help him to get to this stage. He's got a Top Studio detail upset, Tamiya fork set, blue stuff decal, 0 paints for the pearl white and red. He can't wait to do more. The forum and channel have given him a new hobby.
Good, glad to hear it.
I tell you what, you did a cracking job there.
That's his first build. Wow.
Absolutely.
Got good teaching.
Super cool.
Yeah, that's a belting job.
Absolutely.
This is Tomcat 64 next.
Oh, look at that.
He says, "Greetings, young Dan. Good lad. Seeing how enthusiastic you were on this project last time around, I thought I'd share the finished result." Is attempted to capture the iconic scene from the movie Top Flan, where the hard-boiled crew of an Egg 14 have been scrambled to intercept top secret Meg 28. Oh god, killed me now.
Getting better.
The poaching in the area. Oh good god. I feel the need for quiche.
Right at the end, he spoilt it. Right at the end.
Don't egg him on.
Hey.
This is Hasegawa's Hasegawa 14 and AFV Club's F5 base is based on with ultimate primers painted with Vallejo model air and metal air and finished with AK Ultramat.
That's quite cool.
That is right. Actually,
I
yeah.
like the concept. I'm over egg planes and egg tanks and tune tanks and anything egg shaped modeling. I'm over, completely over it.
But you like cooking them in the nude.
Semi-nude. I still had one sock on.
Yeah, sorry.
This is F27 Pax next. He says, "Good evening, happy modelers." It's evening.
Wrong pick.
Here is the Revell 144th Airbus A320 in the livery of Air France. The main colours are Tamiya TS26 pure white, Airbus grey and Tamiya metallic silver. The decals are a combination of I'm going to say F decals and 8S decals.
Nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It looks very airplane-ish.
It does.
Nice.
This is Gary 30. I quite like this one as well. This one got me when I've seen it earlier. It's finished his Tamiya 124th scale F40 for the 80s group build to go alongside his 959. He's happy with how it's turned out. Rear hatch was a pain. But other than that, it's a nice kit to build and happy VE Day, everyone.
I've got to say, that is one of the best looking F40 Tamiya kits I've seen built because it's.
Yes.
I think it's actually one of Tamiya's poor quality car kits. It's not great. It's not great. It's all right, but it's not great.
I like his. I like the sun strip.
Yeah, perfect. Very rad.
Very 80s.
90s.
No, 80s.
It is. I know it's 80s. All right.
I want to say, how old are you, Tim?
Old enough to not know.
36 weeks in the year. He's older than all of us.
Oh, he's twice as old as me with that many weeks in the year. This is Claire next, and she's been working on a Tamiya 48th scale JGSDF light armored vehicle. Some more this week. All the details done and started the weathering. Stay safe, everyone.
That's going to look cool. Weather.
Yeah, that's very nice colour.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice bit of mud and yeah, it's very cool.
And that's it for them this week. I need to mash some buttons again. Let's press that and that and that and that and that.
So that. So
And fingers crossed it shares. Happy sharing.
Happy sharing,
Yep.
mate.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to slide swiftly into Face Ache. And the first one out the gate on Face Ache is Mr. Luke Carswell.
Oh,
That's cool.
He says, so this week he's finished his Tamiya 35th scale SAS Land Rover Pink Panther. Shameless plug, but he built this for his first ever build series on his channel. The main addition to this was the Black Dog resin and PE set. So many products to mention, but it's done and he's happy with it. Stay safe and happy modelling.
Luke.
it's a ticket. I'm going to have to go, boys. I'll catch up with you later.
Wait a second.
Right, Sam. Take it easy, dude.
Good night, Sam.
See you, boys.
See you,
Bye-bye.
He's not done bad with that, has he, Luke?
mate.
He's all right, and he's all right.
It's not bad. If we weren't live, I'd probably tell him something different.
Well, you love him and you think you care for him and everything like that. Yeah?
Mr. Mark Ewing next. He says he's got stuck into the Tamiya Kawasaki Ninja ZX-RR in 1/12 scale with the detail fork set on and both wheels fitted. Body panels were painted in zero paints, which reacted and gave a glaze look. So stripped them back and repainted them in TS22 light green and a coat of Tamiya lacquer clear, which has repaired the panels. Next will be decals and 2K.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I've seen a picture of the aforementioned green paint in the week, and wow.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Peter Ritchie next. He says he's continued work on the 1/100 scale Wing Gundam Zero. Will be finishing the final arm and backpack this week while waiting for the extra decals to arrive. Pardon me. It's primed in UMP grey primer and spray in Tamiya white, chrome silver, gold leaf, clear red, clear blue, and clear green.
It's nice.
Yeah, welcome.
Do like Stargate.
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
I've built one of them and never again. I'm over them and all, if I'm honest. Too fiddly.
All over him like a town. I'm sorry.
Hang on, what?
That's easy for you to say, Tim.
I think, I'm muttering the wrong nonsense.
It's not like you.
No. Feeling very unusual right now.
You know,
Oh,
all your descriptions and whatnot.
This is Mr. Gilbert Mondragon next.
Wow.
And he's working on a Reaper miniature dragon.
That is some colours.
I wasn't even going to attempt that name, but that's cool as. He's primed it in black Steinel res and went over that with white for added highlights. Paints used were /art, Reaper paints, Pro Acrylic, golden transparent paint, Citadel, and Liquitex inks.
Awesome.
I would say that's the full range of all of them.
I think it must have started at one end and just, I'll have that one, then that one, yeah. Well, that's cool as.
Nice work, Gil.
Yep.
Lovely.
Lovely.
This is Assad Osmani.
Oh, nice, that. Look at that.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. This is a Bandai Gundam Hugo, used as a bounty hunter droid in a 1/20th scale diorama, all brush painted and inspired by the Star Wars universe.
Cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I like that.
Full use of it. Nice.
He has built another one, but I can't allow to because it's only one. John Newton, his 5 armor kits on the go, but only thing he's been working on is the TV, apparently. Peter Seagrove is next, and he's finished this 35th scale Tamiya cargo truck.
Nice.
He's painted in UMP Primer MIG paint and weathered in MIG and Vallejo products. I like the canvas roof. Looks better than the canvas that I attempted. Mr. Charles Stellini is next, and he's finished a 48th scale ICM JU88A5. Fit was great with nice detail. He's primed in AK enamel white primer. Underneath colour is Vallejo RLM 76 light blue, and on top is AK real colour RLM 70 and RLM 71. The decals are also great, and they applied an oil pin wash finished with a Vallejo satin clear coat.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like his red tips. Mr. David Stevens is now. I quite like this ammo. This camo pattern he's got going on this.
Very nice.
Mr. David Stevens, he's finished painting the Trumpeter 135th S300V. It's a giant. Just needs to put down a gloss coat, pin wash, then a dull coat. Also needs to finish the tracks, and he's used the Master Club T80 tracks. I do like that camo pattern.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Bit of weathering and that look belting. This is John W. Sharrock next. And this is a 35th scale Zvezda German sniper team on a base from Fog Models. Tamiya and Vallejo acrylics, MIG wash, and pigments. See, for as small as that is, that looks really good actually.
Yeah.
It tells a story.
Nice.
Two people bricking it while shooting guns. I'll guarantee you that bloke's behind, who's the one at the back. I'll guarantee he's made a position that I'm smaller than the person in front. Elbows in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he could have been 20 stone and it'd still fit behind that youth. I know I would. This is Mr. Wayne Cooper next. He's currently working on the engine for the Revell 124 scale 2013 Camaro ZL1. Paints used Vallejo natural steel, aluminium, gloss red, and flat black. He's added some watered down yellow ochre to give the engine more used look. Red and black 1mm and 1.5mm speaker wire to create the wiring loop and pipe work.
Nice.
Fiddly. Like Mr. John Sharp. I seen Tim heckling him earlier. That was quite funny.
Yeah, I was going to join in, but
no, I backed away from it. I attempted. Anyway, Mr. Norman King is next, and I like these as well, and how he's got it situated. He says, I built a long overdue base to display both of his Industria Mechanica 135th submersibles.
Cool.
It's made from 18mm MDF with routed edges and a 1mm recessed top to allow kiln-dried paving sand to be stuck on in layers, PVA glue. The wrecked boat is a resin kit made by Fields of Glory Models.
Cool.
That's cool, isn't it?
That's a very nice way to display them.
I do like his copper effect that he's got going on.
I remember him building all those, and they were so well built. He
did his Hornithopter as well.
Yeah.
This one's quite cool from Mr. John Stone, who couldn't find the post. Yeah, it's a massive post on Facebook. But there we go. I'm blaming his age. He says, greetings once again, slaves to the plastic and sprue smugglers. This week, then, the completed main 35th scale Panzer air defense system. He's primarily in UMP black, painted using the new AK paints. There is an option of 6 different builds in the kit, and he chose A. Loads of plastic left over. Anyway, thanks for looking. Hope you like it. Stay safe. We model on.
Do like that.
His big shooty big bang bang thing looks really cool.
Really?
I also like it that he's got the hydraulic rams to the floor to make it look like it's just about to go boom.
Boom, boom, bang, bang.
Timothy.
Just saying.
Mr. Chris Stover is next with a big boomstick, weirdly. And he says he's finished this Tamiya 35th scale Panther D. He's painted with Tamiya paints and weathered with Vallejo washers and pigments. It's a third time building this kit. It's a very fun kit to build.
Nice.
Very cool.
Oh, Kermit's wash bag. This is Mr. Matthew Dillon next.
That is proper green, that is.
He says it's just off the bench. It's AMT's 125th scale, 1970 Dodge Coronet.
Nice.
He's used splash paints, white 2K primer, sublime green, and 2K clear coat. Everything else is Tamiya X and XF with some Alclad metallizers. Scratch built wheelie bar with PE wheels and brackets. Scratch built parachute mount with a parachute kit. Pro Tech aluminium carbs, velocity stacks, PE throttle linkages, and PE hood pins. Various sizes of wire was used as well as an aftermarket distributor and resin MSD ignition box. This has been a long build, but I think it turned out pretty nice in the end.
Really, really nice. Nice work on that. Yeah.
Basic kits are basic, so that's that's really good.
If that's your decal on the back as well, I bet that was a pain in the rear.
Yeah.
Captures the shape correctly of a coronet. Yeah, that's just really nice.
And then we get like a crappy Mark II Escort, or not a Fiesta. I mean, not an Escort. Do you know what I mean? Or a Skoda. What was
Fabias. No, not that era. We didn't have Skoda in that era.
Are you sure we didn't have them skips upside down, Jabez?
Yeah, we had Skoda.
We wouldn't have Skodas when this Coronet was out.
No, we did.
What, 60s? I don't know.
No,
Yeah, we did.
We didn't. There was Skoda around, but we didn't have them over this part of the world. Honestly.
Anyways, we'll move on to Mr. Matthew Strawn. And this is a Tamiya 32nd scale F4J Phantom 2. He's finished the Phantom. It's been a fun build. Resin intake covers and seats, both by Quick Boost, we used. All paints on Mr. Colour and Tamiya. Mr. Colour Super Metallics we used on the engine area. Wire eject pulls, covers for the sidewinders, and wiring was added to the Rio instrument panel. Also, P removed before flight tags we used. For a 25-year-old mold, it holds up pretty well. Hope all is well in your part of the world, considering the ongoing situation. Cheers and happy modelling from Japan.
Very nice.
Very nice.
This is Mr. Dave Paddock next. And this is a Trumpeter MiG-21 F-13. And this is his first completed kit. Is done as a natural metal finish. The fit was all right, but not brilliant, especially around the cockpit area with the canopy parts. But careful planning and patience helped with any fit issues. It was primed with Ultimate Gloss Black and base coated with Mr. Colour number 8 Silver. Then individual panels were airbrushed with either Mr. Colour number 61 Burnt Iron, AK Extreme Metal Aluminium and Titanium. Varnished with Tamiya X22/MLT and weathered with artist oil paints to create oil grime streaks, blurred into individual panels to tint the metal shade, plus allow for metal chipping, which is really hard. It's also used oils to pin wash the panel lines and finished with a couple of coats of Tamiya X35 semi-gloss.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Does look good. This is Mr. Alan Foster next. He says, this week I've been mostly working on my first ever serious go. I'm going to go into a bit of a fast show rant then. First serious scale modelling with lots of help from all the guys on the Hangouts. There's a little way through his Tamiya T3485 painted with Tamiya lacquer paints and with help from Mr. Ivert. He's had a go at hairspray chipping for the winter camo.
That's really nice. Man. Yeah, I like that.
Looking good.
I think the keyboard needs a bit more snow on it though.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice job, mate.
This is Mr. Herman Cooper. This is a PG Falcon and AT-AT. Go on.
Fantastic looking Falcon.
You can't go wrong with a Falcon.
Nope.
Mr. Dan Croak next. He says on the bench this week is the Hasegawa 72nd M1K2 George. It's almost ready for decals. It's private in Ammo MIG Grey, painted with Ammo MIG Silver, then hairspray, then top and bottom with AK acrylics, IJN aircraft colours, then chipped with a stiff brush or a stuff brush and water, clear coat of Humbrol acrylic clear.
Brave man.
And it survived the Humbrol.
That's looking good, though.
Very nice.
This is Mr. Richie Lamb next. He says, good evening, guys. Work continues on his Italieri 72nd scale Mark 1 Sunderland. He's primary in UMP black, painted in Tamiya acrylics. All through his UMP Apex. Next job is decals and lots of chipping and weathering. Thanks for looking and have a good weekend, guys.
That's going to look fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Nice and big.
Mr. Dan Edmonds is the next one. This is his 24th scale Tamiya Peugeot 206 WRC. He says, hi Dan, this week he's finished the body and chassis. Interior part all primed and ready for paint. UMP primers, Tamiya LP paints, UMP decal solutions, Gravity Spain 2K, UMP polishing system, and all through his UMP Apex. He says, have a great show and hope you're all well.
Cool.
Very nice.
Good, Dan.
This is Mr. Digsby James next. He says, hello all. Trust you're all well. The kit is a 24 scale Airfix Hellcat. Paints are Tamiya Surface Primer Grey, Tamiya X1 Black, XF69 NATO Black, AK Interactive Interior Green. I'm guessing leather. Vallejo Model Air. Ferrari Red, Aluminium, US Olive Drab, replaced part of the joystick, base the rear bulkhead with brass tubing. As always, thanks for taking a look and stay healthy.
No start.
That's going to be a beast.
Yeah. Massive.
It's just that it says the big A word at the beginning. Yeah. This is Mr. Robert Whiteaway next. He's just started his build of the Bandai 115 scale Hummel. He's just waiting on some upgrades to come.
Oh,
Nice.
didn't even know they did that.
I'm about to say 115th scale Hummel from Bandai.
Yeah.
I am in the dark.
Never in my life I knew they did that.
Just a typo. The 131st.
But Bandai don't do it either.
Yeah.
I've no clue.
I mean, that's what I'm
If you look at the stuff in the background, that is big, isn't it?
Yeah, they actually do.
That must be a real old kit then.
They actually make one, yeah.
And quite a rare one because I've ever seen that before.
Interesting.
I can only read what they write, Timothy.
Exactly. I think it's very cool as well. Very nice.
And the last one of the evening is Mr. Iverts. And he says he's been having real fun adding rust and making it look old and dilapidated. It's a Riffield 35th scale Egyptian SPG T34 122.
Very nice.
Very nice, Tim.
Rusty.
That's best for using the word dilapidated as well, mate.
Oh, quite. That's that word I thought, I know a word I can use.
I bet you have to Google it.
How
That post.
do you spell it?
I'll probably Google that, but
Are we going to change the voting like we
we
did?
don't need a timing them.
Don't need one.
Nah,
We'll just do it for why he's doing his
All right, no
yeah,
problem.
we'll just run it while. So you get to vote when you see Tim put in the chat. Started to vote now. Pick your favourite builder of the night. Try and use the subject and the builder if you can.
Yep.
Again, the builder the most votes, tallied up by Tim.
Yep.
We'll win a £10 UB gift voucher. When you're ready, Tim.
ready. Oh, hang on, 2 seconds. Could someone put the stop?
Yeah, I'll do the stop. Yeah.
Thank you. Go on in. And you ready, Dan?
I'm ready. My screen share.
You're going to get in 3, 2, 1. Start your recap. Cast your votes.
We have Hawk Moon with his Wing Wings Junkers D1. We have LW Wales with his 1/12 scale Tamiya R1M. Really good, that one. I like that one. Tomcat 64 with his Hasegawa F14 and AFV Clubs F5. F27 Pax with a Revell 1144th Airbus A320. Gary 30 with a Tamiya 24 scale F40. We have Claire with a Tamiya 48 scale light armored vehicle. I need to press buttons again now, sorry. See, this always slows you down. You've got to.
You're no rush tonight, mate, don't worry.
We have Mr. Luke Carswell with his Tamiya 35th scale Land Rover Pink Panther. We have Mr. Mark Ewing with his Kawasaki Ninja ZX-RR in 1/12 scale from Tamiya. We have Mr. Peter Ritchie with his 1/100th Wing Gundam Zero. We have Mr. Gilbert Mondragon with a Reaper's Miniature Dragon. Oh, I'm not even going to butcher that name. Mr. Assad. Hang on, let me just reread this. Assad Osmani. This is a bounty hunter droid on a 1/20th scale diorama. And we're going to forego his other bit. We have Mr. Peter Seagrove with a 35th scale Tamiya cargo truck. We have Mr. Charles Stellini with a 48th scale ICM JU88A5. We have Mr. David Stevens with a Trumpeter 35th scale S300V. We have Mr. John W. Sharrock with a 35th scale Zvezda German sniper team on a base from Fog Model. We have Mr. Wayne Cooper with his engine from a Revell 1/24 scale Camaro ZL1. And we have Mr. Norman King with a couple of Industrial Mechanica 35th scale submersibles on a homemade base. Mr. John Stone with his Meng 35th scale Panzer air defense system. Mr. Christo with his Tamiya 35th scale Panther D. Mr. Matthew Dillon with his AMT 25th scale 1970 Dodge Coronet. We have Mr. Matthew Strawn with his Tamiya 32nd scale F4J Phantom 2. Mr. Dave Paddock with his Trumpeter MiG 21 F13. And Mr. Alan Foster with a Tamiya T3485, and I'm guessing it's going to be 35th scale. We have Mr. Herman Copper with a PG Falcon and AT-AT. Mr. Dan Croak with a Hasegawa 72nd M1K2 George. Mr. Richard Lamb with his Italieri 72nd scale Mark I Sunderland. Mr. Dan Edmonds with a 24 scale Tamiya Peugeot 206 WRC. Mr. Digsby James with a 24 scale Airfix Hellcat. Mr. Robert Whiteaway with a Bandai 1/15th scale Hummel. And Mr. Timothy Ivats with a Rifefelds 35th scale Egyptian T34.
Well done.
And you still had 1 minute and 22 to go, Dan.
Cool.
Cracking
Anyway,
work. Well done.
Timothy, put me down for Mr. Matthew Dillon and his Dodge Coronet.
Same for me.
Same for me.
Yeah, beautiful.
You put me down for John Stone's Panzer.
And can you put me down for Hawkmoon's Junkers D1?
Very nice.
I'm going to pick a car. I'm going to go for that Dodge Coronet.
Yeah.
Very nice it was.
Some belting work this week again.
Yeah.
Andrew and Chess as well done to the winner, and we are all winners.
Is a
Standard goes up every week. It does indeed.
is Mark Coombs' vote out on your guys' screens? Yeah.
Yeah, he's out by
Yes, he is, sadly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so luckily enough, that won't vote in, but end up in a draw. So in third place we have Luke and your Pink Panther.
Well done, Luke.
Second place was Matt's F4 Phantom,
Cool.
and only one in front was Matthew's Coronet.
Wow.
So very well done, guys. Very well done.
No, that were an excellent build, that one.
Yeah.
So
I like it a lot.
in the description of the video, Matt, there's an email address. If you email me the email address associated with your UMP account, I will get Lee put that out for you next week, mate. Well done. Oh, you son of a person. There we are. God, these tracks are laborious. Very.
Well, I've got to say, Meng are a bunch of people that are particularly of a certain type, because they supply you the little suspension legs, but where they have done the gate join is where it's got to sit flush. So you then got to sit there and cut into the.
in right field.
Nope, this is the Meng King Tiger.
Ah, right. Sorry.
It's just like, what? Why have you done that? Come on, man. It's the little things that actually make the big difference in kicks. This makes this point just a bit like, well, why? What you could have quite easily just stuck it on the edge. No, you've had to step it down into the. Anyway, shut up. Yeah, yeah, Tim. Yeah.
Chargers. Instructions.
Excuse me.
Right, excused.
No, Matt says donate his prize from Rose of Heroes. You're a star, Matt.
Oh, thank you, right.
Nice one, mate. I will add that to the winning tally at the minute. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Good man.
Yeah.
See you, Richie. Take care. Would you use UMP white primer for a purple top coat? If it's light purple, yeah. If it's dark black, depends on the colour. You're a star, Matt. Well done, mate.
Mhm.
Digsby says, well, I must go. Our oldest daughter's 25 today. Yes, she feels old. Excellent, right? UMP the same as Steiner as it is indeed. Well, Sean says UMP Black Prime is black tie rubber and resin. Looks superb. It does. Good colour.
I wonder how the Queenie's speech was this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But how much time do we have on the Mark Hawkins memorial build? Ooh. Good question, mate. Can't remember now. Google the name when I send up from my post. I'll tell you.
Not well in the search bar at the top, not Google.
Or on the side if you're on your desktop. It's probably a month and a half, 6 weeks.
Yeah, somehow.
still look. Paul, are you going any further on the Honda? Watch RC211, was loving the RC213. Was going, yeah, I'll get back to it eventually, mate. I don't know when, though. Kind of ran out of steam on that a little bit. And Paul using Tammy X16 purple, X11 silver. Will they give me that metallic looking purple?
No. You're just getting up with a weird looking silvery flake in it.
Yeah, they're quite big flakes as well.
Yeah.
X16, I can't remember what that looks like now.
That's that proper purple.
Yeah, go with white over that then. 5 weeks. So yeah, sounds about right, that Matt. Hard to say, a bit of time flying by. Right, you start drinking Westerns, Darryl. Standing up there. There we go. Right, that's it all done for the night. So I think we'll call it a night. So we're going to stick around with dead air. So thanks everyone for taking part tonight. Thanks for Andy for joining us for his birthday gifts as well.
Yep.
Guys, thank you.
Thanks everyone in the chat that's commented, watched us. Well done to the winners. And we shall catch you all next Friday. We'll be on and off sporadically live for the week. I don't know when, as and if and when we get time. Don't forget, UMP, we are still catching up on orders. We are still behind. We're kind of working through them as quick as you can. And just bear with us. We will get your orders out as fast as we possibly can. So thanks, everyone. We'll catch you all next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.